recording and starting the stream. Hello everyone, we are back. We are doing the Dungeons and Dragons thing, Tales from the Yawning Portal. Again, we are diving into the Sunless Citadel. I believe this is session 5, going into the Citadel. We are going to have a new challenger this week. I am very excited to bring Zombie Knight into the fold, and he'll be playing, well, you'll meet him soon enough. I'll go ahead and jump right on into this evening. Last week, a short and quick recap, we were able to get a little bit further into the first level of this dungeon. After Gok's somewhat failed attempt at a jailbreak for some goblins, it seems that it wasn't quite as successful, perhaps, as he may have wanted, but they were able to find their friend Brasnic in the situation and get him free. None of the nefarious goblins were set free as well in this whole scenario, which was good for our party because they were drugged before Usdrail, the leader of the kobolds, and almost fed to the Underdark, which they did not know was the punishment that awaited them. There is a little entrance to the Underdark where they send captives and prisoners and people that are pretty much sentenced to death. And that's pretty much what have been awaiting you guys, had that conversation gone a little bit differently. As it is, you guys were allowed to continue on with your mission of trying to help these kobolds end the goblin threat and rescue their dragon pet / idol that they were raising to be their guardian and I guess leader of the temple at some point. Along the way, you guys stumbled into a room that had a fountain in it and discovered that this fountain held a potion of fire breathing. And across the room, after getting attacked by a giant scythe descending from the ceiling, you guys were able to get through this magical door and into this chamber where you are now. I will go ahead and switch everybody over there so we are all on the same page here. Go ahead and find yourselves. So we are in this room. We just got done killing some skeletons. The last blows were kind of landed as we were kind of ran out of time last week, so we cut it off right at the end of that battle. If you guys remember, there was the 4 altars here with all of these skeletons, or not the altars, but these sarcophagus that these skeletons came out of. You guys had a quick but messy fight where some of your party members attacked the party as much as the enemy. All according to the amazing dice rolls that Dungeons and Dragons has to offer. And then, so we kind of ended right at the end there. So we're going to say that combat is just ending as we are. What would you guys like to do at this point?
I'll pick up my crystal flask I started this entire thing about. From at my feet.
Okay. Out in the fountain room?
Yep. I've got my precious now. And then now that the combat's over, I should give it a once over this time.
Okay.
I would like to do like to search the room for any other like hidden, like anything that might be like not like currently hidden, but something that could have been like scattered or anything around the room that could be found.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an investigation check. Anyone that would like to join in may roll as well.
Here, I'll join in.
Brasnic, go ahead and roll. Since you are a rogue and you're kind of exposed to various things that life has to offer, go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
All right.
With disadvantage. Sadly. It definitely looks like it contains some sort of a liquid inside of it. The nature of the crystal itself, it almost looks like it was a white crystal, but has somehow been tinged a light reddish or like a pinkish color from the inside. The investigation checks don't necessarily turn up anything. I'm going to go ahead and roll for Yin Yang. Because
While you guys are doing that, we'll pop and grab my throwing hammers.
Are we going to sacrifice Yin Yang?
Oh no, that was Brasnic. You're going in to retrieve your hammers?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go ahead and... Oh, I got to move you on there, I forgot. So go ahead and move around wherever you guys are. I want to move around. I'm going to move Yin Yang back out of the way here.
I guess I'll be coming out of my rage at this point.
Okay.
Or you could be going into another rage because Yin Yang tried to murder Alandro. Nonchalantly.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he tried to hit Ratul as well, so...
That's true.
Less murder, more accidental.
You guys are all just going to have to murder the party member now. It's unfortunate.
Undead bastards.
Oh, I might as well make my own investigation check. 'Cause I don't think these guys. I haven't from the short time I've been with you guys. Not exactly the best investigator.
I mean, I have a -1, so it's probably better. Probably better than that.
Yeah.
I got a flat just investigation.
Yep. So, oh, see? Oh wait, no, that was Indigo.
There's mine.
Okay. So you guys are kind of looking around. Yin Yang actually decided to kind of help out with that. On the altar itself, there was the crystal flask. You still see in the center of it, there's that candle that is burning on the altar. And then next to it, you still see that a small whistle that also looks like it's made out of crystal.
I forgot about the whistle. So interested in the flask.
While you guys are kind of looking around, Yin Yang actually, he says, "Oh, here's your hammer," and he reaches behind the altar a little bit. As he does so, he's kind of got his head down there. You see him kind of look over a little bit as he's grabbing your hammer. He lifts it up and kind of tosses it over to you. And then you see him kind of like tap the back of the altar, and you hear a little click as this little like a door, like a small door, kind of falls open, and you see him kind of reach inside and pull out this small box.
Oh, look at that
Amazing.
What did you find?
small box apparently.
Kind
Let's see
of
what it-
stands up and holds it out towards, in Gok and Ratul's direction, just kind of generally.
I take the box.
Okay. It doesn't look like
I
it's...
stare at the box.
It doesn't look like it's locked or anything. It doesn't look. There's like a small little latch, like a hook latch, but it doesn't seem to be any kind of a lock or anything on it.
Oh, keep us in suspense.
I guess I take my big, thick fingers and pop the latch.
Okay.
You didn't want to
Um,
investigate for traps first?
It seems fairly simple. I mean, it's a box with a latch.
No, it opens up and no magical fireballs come flying out of it or anything like that.
Was a mimic the whole time.
You never know. You never know. You are dungeon diving in old school D&D, so you never know what's going to happen. Inside of this thing, you do see 6 peridot jewels carved in the likeness of a dragon.
Cha-ching!
Gems.
These could be like useful as like tokens that we could like exchange for favor down here.
Yeah, and you mean we could just keep them and then sell them later?
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Actually, I agree with that. I agree with Brasnic's.
What you really
observation.
mean is...
Scooting over to where Rotul is, because he's the one with it, right? I'm gonna go ahead and pluck one of those paradots out and give it a once-up.
Okay.
Might be putting the
What
rocks.
would be like the appraisal skill? Is there any such thing?
History, since it's technically a rock and I'm good with stone.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Why not?
Do I get my dwarven cunning?
Of course. This is a
Sweet.
gem.
Alright, history. Where's history? So this has a plus 4 to it.
Nice. Oh,
And it's a 7.
oh no.
I guess it's one of the jewels I'm not familiar with.
You feel like you could definitely get some coin for it, but you're not really sure.
It'll fetch a nice price, especially since there's a few of them. But I have not worked with these type of jewels. Smithing, although people love to put jewels in gear and everything, normally it's like rubies and sapphires, paradots. I haven't come across many paradots in my smith.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there anything else?
I'm
you
going
guys
to
wanna take
tell.
up? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna ask if I could do a history check, and then I was gonna tell if I could. I don't know if I can.
A history check on what, sir?
The fancy rocks that we just got.
Oh, in the peridot jewels in the box.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know if you have any specific,
I mean,
like experience.
Think of it this way. As you know that I'm a dwarf and you know we deal with everything underneath the earth when it comes to gems and stone. Would you think my opinion was less or more than yours? That's what these checks are. Someone has an answer and everything. More of thinking about, well,
Yeah.
this guy, he should know what he's talking about.
Can I
Why
take
would-
one?
It would proc you to make your own check.
Yeah.
Can I take one?
I mean,
Uh,
I assume Ratul's just kind of holding the box open, or
Yeah, I'm asking
Yeah,
where to. Can I take one?
I mean, not from 15 feet away.
yeah, you gotta move closer, Furby. Come on. There, I'll move over here. There you go.
Yes, come close.
Sorry, I have to get. Because I'm cooking, I can't grab my like the left mouse and the right mouse at the same time. So I'm gonna take one of them, and then can I try and convince everyone that these are not worth money, but they're useful down here for like other usages?
You will not be able to convince the dwarf that a peridot jewel is not worth anything. Besides,
I feel like that
And
would
you
be
can't convince a
disadvantage.
goblin that those precious, precious, pretty rocks aren't worth like anything.
Yeah, I feel like that's one of those things that's like rolls against other players or just kind of touchy in certain situations or whatever. I feel like if you guys wanted to role play that out in a certain way, then that would definitely be appropriate. But rolling and then forcing someone to have their character play a certain way I just don't really like doing that. So.
I was just gonna try and do like a performance perception to try and like convince them, but I get
Yeah,
why you
no,
don't want to
definitely that is 100% against like NPCs and stuff. But then against other players, if you wanted to role play that out and try and convince them of that, please 100% do that. You know what I mean?
because he didn't know what they were. I'm gonna say these are probably just like tokens or something you put into like there's like keys here. They're probably worthless outside of that.
Um, buddy, they're jewels. I mean, I may not know exactly what they're worth, but they are gems, and gems are never ever worthless, especially when they're cut. Like, if you just find raw gems, sometimes they're worth less, but these are cut into dragons' heads. They're definitely worth something.
Yeah.
Aren't there fake gems or bent gems like other gems that are kind
Fool's
of
gem?
worthless?
I
It's a
mean,
fool's
sometimes
gem.
people can think a certain jewel is a different jewel. Like there's some jewels that look similar. Yes, that's true, but there aren't really fake gems. The only I think what you're talking about is fake diamonds. There are certain gems called cubic zirconium, which can look like diamonds but aren't actually. But that's one of the few cases I really know of when it comes to gems, where they can be quote unquote faked. Anyways,
You're gonna pocket the one I took. I think
can
that
you
they're
use
used
the
for
detect?
not money though.
Can you still detect magic there, Alandro? Or is that over now?
Not until I get a
Uh,
short rest.
No, so you get a
yeah,
short rest.
I think that is expired. I think it's been too long.
Can't cast that as a ritual. I know you cast with types can sometimes cast stuff as a ritual.
Yeah, so detect magic for field rogues, I get it as a free spell every short rest. Uh, but I've already used it this short rest because when we did when we were looking at the special thing where that had like the fire water
The
thing.
fountain, yeah.
Yeah, the fountain. I used my short rest one on that, and I could expend a spell slot, I think, but I don't think that's a good idea just yet.
Okay.
All right, well, that's fine. I was just gonna ask because we've got a crystal whistle here, and this flask, as I pull it out, that I grabbed from earlier, has some interesting liquid in it, but I'm not exactly sure what it is. I think it's vaguely magical so far. The liquids we come across have been. As
Are
I
you
point
guys
towards
going
our
to
tools.
inspect these items on the altar any further?
Oh yeah, just
Yeah.
I step back with the last 2 gems in my possession.
Okay. Yeah, make sure you guys keep a note on the party loot, what you guys getting, and if you want, who has what. If it's just general loot, then
Right.
just put it in that little note there. If you guys take one for yourself, then just put it on your own individual.
Quick question. Are we doing which type of weight are we doing for this? Are we doing altered rules? Are we doing regular encumberment or special encumberment or any other rules?
I think I just set it up at the default.
Okay.
yeah, which is a normal comment, and your sheet automatically tracks that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what else is on the altar there besides?
Well, you
We
see
have a
that
candle and-
there's the candle that's there. Roll an intelligence check for me.
Ooh.
Everyone or just him?
Everybody can.
Oh.
Oh, there you go. Low rolls all the way for me. Very nice.
Oof. I rolled an intelligence save. Is it going to be the same roll?
Wow.
Yeah, probably.
That's pretty good for me right now. Dang.
I hate it when I'm like running the character that finds all the answers. Okay. So as you guys are kind of talking about it or whatever, and see Yin Yang kind of like get a curious look on his face as he's like studying the candle and says, "Was this on when we came in here?" Was it burning?
No, actually, I don't think it's harder to tell when you're dark vision, since it's actually darkness.
Maybe it was. I don't remember. We were just fighting undead creatures. It's kind of jarring.
Reaches over and he kind of points at the top of the candle and kind of touches it a little bit, and he says, "There's no wax drippings."
Oh well.
It's a bit suspicious.
Can I put my hand close to it, and if I can I feel heat?
Yeah. And you step over and put your hand to the flame.
Yeah. So do I feel any heat, or is it like an ever burning fire where it's like no heat?
As you get closer to it with your hand, you're expecting the heat to start, and you don't feel it. And as you get closer and closer, finally the flame actually touches and licks the edge of your hand, and still you don't feel anything. And as you pass your hand completely over it, you're now resting your palm with the flame directly burning into your palm, and you can't feel any heat source at all.
It hurts. It burns so hot.
You were so convincing.
10 out of 10 acting right there, honestly.
I have a -1 in charisma. I'm not very good at. I'm very good at both things.
Roll deception minus infinity.
Well,
So what do you guys think?
I say we blow out the candle.
If you can.
Okay.
Sure, why not? I'll go ahead and give it a puff, see if it blows out or not.
Well, you see the flame dances, and you see it almost want to go out, but then it leaps back to the wick and then kind of forms back into the wavy flame again.
Well, I'll teach you a thing. I'll go ahead and lick my thumb and index finger and just squish it.
As you cover the wick, the whole room drops immediately into darkness. As you let go, you see the flame light right back up.
Alright, as well as the relaxing things you were talking about, Alandro. Which is useful, and apparently you can cover it and it'll spring back. It's actually, we should take this. If we ever run out of torches or whatever, we should.
Can I just pick it up?
You can. And so for that, we're going to, there's already a candle.
Yeah, I already have torch vision, so.
Right. In your guys' tools, you have a candle that you can use.
Yeah.
And then, so if you ever do want to use this in-game for whatever reason, just grab the candle out of the tools and say this is the ever-burning candle.
Gotcha. Candle shed what light again?
I think it's 15 feet or 10 feet, something like that. The one that's in the tools is already set up, so.
Okay, I was just trying to figure it out. I think I still have two torches. I've only used one torch, so I'm on my second torch. I think I have 9 left, so I'm not too worried.
Okay.
Plus, if you guys have 2 packs, you can just give me your torches.
You now have a ever-burning candle.
I'm gonna pick up the whistle and give it a soft blow.
So wait, hold on a second. I know there was a crystal flask, there was a candle. There was another thing, wasn't there?
You can already see Brandon's.
There's a whistle. You see as Brasnic is picking up this whistle off of the altar, and he's raising it to his lips to blow into it.
Wait.
Eh?
Don't know what it does.
It's a whistle. You use the whistle.
Do you pause in your effort to blow
Yeah,
into
no.
it?
I pause when the giant orc guy says, "Wait." Yeah, no, I'm good.
Okay, so you pause for a second, and as you do so, you kind of noticed it looks like some kind of an inscription on the side. And as you twist the whistle to look at it better, you realize it's a dwarvish rune.
Oh, sweet! I can read that. What is it?
It says Nightcaller. And since it's a dwarvish artifact, go ahead and roll a history check with your +4 bonus.
Where is it? History. A +4. It is an 11 because I can't roll higher than a 10 tonight.
Okay.
It's all Yin Yang's fault.
So, let me describe it real quick. This whistle is carved from transparent crystal, and it resembles a tiny dragon curled up like a snail. The name Nightcaller is etched on the whistle in the dwarvish runes. You don't remember too many details of what this item does. You have heard of it before, and you know that it was created by the Durgar.
Whoa. Ritual, I'm very glad you stopped me. This is the Dwargar artifact, although I'm surprised to find it in apparently an elvish crypt. Or they were elvish skeletons, right? As they look back at the messed up bones.
They were indeed.
Yeah, that. Well, I'm going to hold on to this and definitely not whistle it until Alardro he gets his magic there. Will detect magic? And this
No.
character.
I would need identify.
Okay. Can you
I do not have identify.
Don't have
It's not a druid or cleric spell. It is only
I know
bard.
it's a cleric spell. I know that for a fact.
I don't. Is it a cleric spell?
Pretty sure.
I think
I
it
think it
depends.
depends on-
Certain kinds of clerics can, yeah.
All right. Well, we'll save that for later. Maybe magic will learn more later on. Same thing when it comes to the crystal flask. I've got both until we can check them out. But time's a wasting. We've got a cool ever-burning torch. Let's get going. For what's his
Let's
name?
go.
So as you're saying this, you hear from out in the hallway through the slightly ajar doorway there, and then the sound is cut off.
No. Fuck.
Shit.
All right, rushing outside.
Yeah, go outside.
Okay.
You're staying? What's...
He said the same, I think.
Oh. I thought it was like, I'm staying here, guys. I'm gonna hold them back.
As you guys are rushing out the door, looking down the hallway towards the source of this noise, disappearing around the corner, you see. Roll perception checks, all of you guys.
Well, better not.
Nope.
Brasnic.
Okay.
Everything.
I'm not very perceptive.
Brasnic.
Honestly.
So does Ritual. So does Alardro. Okay, you guys see what looks to be some sort of a furry body holding on to what looks to be like Meepo's shoulder kind of an area, and you see the end of his tail as he disappears around the corner being dragged away by something.
Everyone else see our
No, they got Meepo.
I don't think I saw anything, so I'm just gonna just be confused.
Let's not waste
Alardro-
time. We gotta get after that guy.
Yeah, Alardro's gonna explain. They got Meepo.
What got Meepo exactly?
Wait, what?
Like diabetes? Or like, you know, the
Okay.
ring wraiths? Or...
As I run, can I also do like perception checks to like see any like anything out of place or any like traps potentially?
You know, I suddenly stop as I suddenly hear, or at least I spot something hiding in the shadows in a nearby room.
Yes. As you guys are running, everybody please roll perception checks.
The exact same roll, huh? Wow.
Keep him in character.
Is the music? Can you guys hear the music at all?
No?
What is going on with that?
I can hear it vaguely now.
feel like it's not very loud.
The chili turned out really good.
It is not very loud at all.
It's good, man. It's good, Adam.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah, hear the music.
I mean, we got to set the mood here a little bit, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
And just to let you guys know, I see a fellow dwarf. I think he's unconscious.
Okay.
Oh crap.
So, as you guys are rolling your perception checks, what did we roll here? My apologies. So, that 18 was from before? Or no?
No,
that was
my
new.
apology for me.
Okay. So, Ratul and Alardro, are you rolled a 9 on your next one? And
Yeah,
then
that's what I was saying. I rolled 2 9s.
Twice.
Again.
Yeah, so
Yep.
you were not very perceptive, sir, and I apologize for that.
Well, you'd have nothing to be sorry for. It's my own eyesight failing me, or the senses failing me right now.
Let's see. So Brasnic and Alardro, you guys definitely sense movement. It seems like, so as you guys are passing through this area here, you see that this section of the hallway contains 6 doors that are all slightly ajar. The one immediately to your right looks like it's been blocked up with bits of rubble, with little pieces of timber, with parts of a broken door. Almost looks like was blocked up from the inside, just by the way that things are stacked. Ahead of you, the other 5 cells, you do notice some sort of furtive movement from the 2 immediately ahead of you. And then going further down the hallway is down towards where Meepo seems to have been drug away.
Meepo was drugged?
He was
He meant dragged.
he was
Sorry, I heard drug. And I'm like,
drug away is what I said.
Gotcha.
I'm seeing the auspicious barricade. I'm gonna go over and try to see if I can push it down.
Yeah, we're gonna save Meepo, man.
Yeah, we need
Meepo
Meepo to get this dragon.
Brasnic.
Let's.
Hold on a second. You're gonna stop right there.
No, Ratul know from, well, his own training that things that seem out of place usually means there's some ambush and waiting.
Okay. So Brasnic, calling out for Meepo, starts running down the hallway as Ratul steps over towards the door. What are you going to try and do to this doorway? We'll get back to you, Brasnic, here in just a second.
I'm going to first try to push on it lightly to see if I can move it.
Okay. Also, just noting it, anyone that got higher than a 15, you guys see the same tracks and stuff from before, from the rats, and then also some from that look like humanoid tracks. The rat tracks definitely look recent, but again, the humanoid tracks look like they have been there for a while.
I'm gonna join Brasnic and run after Meepo.
Okay.
I'm just gonna follow our Furby, cause I don't want to get screwed over for this again, like it nearly screwed us over the last time. Oh.
Okay. Ratul, I apologize, sir. Were you gonna try and do something to the door?
Yes, I said I was going to lightly push on it first to see if it's even movable.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely, with a little bit of pressure, you can feel that it wants to move a little bit. You think, with a couple of good solid blows, you could open up this entryway enough to kind of peek around in there a little bit.
Alright, then I shall use foot key.
Okay, go ahead and roll a unarmed attack or strength check, however you want to do that. Or athletics, even.
Well,
The great
my
hammer.
attack is about the same bonus as my athletics, so.
Okay. The Great Hammer Fist, definitely, you're, obviously able to hit this thing. You were able to knock aside some pieces. Definitely a loud rumble and bang when you hit the thing. It does feel like some of it shifted. You think with another good couple of whacks you can break it open. Go ahead and roll 1 or 2 more times. Alright, yeah, all hits. So especially on that last hit with the 20, you feel your fist just kind of hit into this thing, and it just kind of explodes inward. You manage to hit kind of an older, rotted part of the beam there. As it kind of explodes out a little bit, some of the other pieces kind of shift and then tumble out of the way, and you're able to kind of create an opening that one of the smaller party members could fit through. You would have to do a little bit more work to open it up for yourself.
Yeah, no, I'm basically just punching this thing in like the axe from Shining.
Okay. Do you want to take a peek in there?
Yes, I would like to take a peek.
Okay. I'm not even gonna make you roll for this. As you're peeking in there, you see like a pile of rubble that's in there, some kind of broken stuff. You see what looks like some kind of furry chunks of meat and some possibly bones. You also see what looks like a slumped over form on the floor. Just from your perspective, you can kind of see some reddish hair, but you can't really see too much beyond that.
There's someone in here.
As you're yelling that out, we're gonna quick swap over to these other guys that are hurrying down the hallway after Meepo. As you get up to this spot here, you come running up on what looks like a giant opening in the floor. The cobblestone floor contains 2 trapdoors. As you're running up, you can see another opening across the floor, on the floor across the way. Both of these trapdoors on these pit traps have been blocked open by iron spikes, and they look like they've been open for a little while. Across the room there on the north wall, it holds a dry fountain carved with an overarching diving dragon, very similar to the one that you saw before. A faint rotten stench pervades the room. So each one of these pits is 20-foot deep pit. Down on the bottom you see rat bones, rusted metal bits, and filth.
Do we see Meepo anywhere?
What's up?
Do we see Meepo?
You don't.
We son of a bitch.
And behind you guys you hear Red Tool yell out, "There's somebody here." And as he does so, suddenly you hear the sound of giant rats as these creatures suddenly swarm out of the doorways around you. And we're gonna need you guys to grab those tokens. I need initiative.
Well, diggity dang.
I warned you.
What?
Alright. Giant rats. I don't know if you guys are ready for this.
Oh, actually, I rolled higher. That wasn't less this time. Yeah.
Let me go ahead and roll that initiative for these rats.
Oh, thank God.
Okay. Everybody rolled?
Yeah. Oh, wait, is Yin Yang not part of this fight? I just realized.
You see that he doesn't seem to have kept up with you in this moment.
God damn it, Yin Yang.
Yin Yang.
Just disappearing in the Citadel. It's not like you'd be the first party member that's ever happened.
That's true.
Okay, so it looks like Brasnic is first at 19. What would you like to do, sir?
Well, normally I would retreat, but sort of cornered. Go ahead and actually, you know, can I try to push the rat into the pit?
Into the behind? Oh, into the pit? Yeah, you can do that.
I'm gonna go ahead and try and give it a shove into the pit.
Sure. You could do, yeah, several ways to go about that. That 11, I'm gonna go ahead and have this rat roll a dexterity feat. On a 12.
Oh my god.
As you try and grab the creature and force it into the pit, it's able to kind of jump up and it runs around your arm, like on your shoulder, and then kind of gets back in the spot where it was and looks up at you with a menacing growl.
Well, that didn't work, but that's all I got.
That is an attack action, technically. If you have a second weapon, you can do, like, a bonus action.
Yeah. Or a move.
Ah,
You could move into the cell behind you. That door is slightly ajar.
I'm good, that provoked.
okay.
Okay.
I'm
Alardro.
gonna see what Brasnic tried, and I'm gonna just try and push the rat in myself.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an athletics check.
Ow!
16. Alright. Again, with the dexterity check. Oh,
Oh my god!
this rat. As you try to. How are you trying to push it in?
Just like not like kicking, but with my leg, like push out with like one side of my leg and one side of my arm, trying to like push it in.
Okay. As you do that, it actually is able to jump up and in between your hand and your leg, and it is since you are so large, it's kind of actually sharing the space with you in between your legs now.
No. I mean, that's all. Wait. So if I here's a quick question. If I move through to here, like that. Not that I'm doing that. If I moved there, would that would obviously provoke an opportunity attack from these two creatures. But because there would be a creature between me and them, would I get partial cover?
Well, I mean, because you're kind of straddling this rat, so they'd be kind of nipping at your foot as you were stepping over.
Then I'm just gonna stay there and look really scared.
Okay.
That's
Alright.
what I'm gonna do.
Is that the end of your turn, sir?
Yeah.
And this rat is nimble and does not wish to go into the pit trap.
Okay.
Gok Sour Gut, what would you like to do, sir?
I mean, there's something I can do, but I mean, depending on if, like, our two other teammates fail it, I don't know if it's gonna be good. It's the Fae thing I tried last time, but it only affected our dwarven friends.
Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna do it. Okay, everybody needs to roll in a 10-foot area. Wisdom save.
Ooh. A 10-foot area.
This is to make him frightened.
Okay.
So run away from me.
Oh,
Okay, he passed. Oh my gosh.
so this one rat is a freaking soldier.
Oh my god, that's the one that's on.
It is.
Large.
And he is having none of it. These other two, however...
What's the save?
It's a 12, so you passed it barely.
We're gonna put the flag on these guys because they have clearly surrendered.
Oh, I mean, they're just frightened, but okay, they surrendered.
Well, I know, I'm just making jokes.
I know.
They're scared and they wish to run away from you because you gave him the hoogity boogity boogity.
Yeah.
Brasnic saves. How about Alardro?
I got a 13.
What's a 13?
So-
Is that good enough?
Yeah, because the DC is at 12, so he
DC is
passed
at
it
12.
barely.
Brasnic saves, and Ratul is not close enough. Okay.
Yeah, so it's fine.
Alright, is that your turn, sir?
I mean, I could... could I somehow get in through that door that's near Brasnic?
No, you wouldn't be able to squeeze past him.
Yeah. Okay, and I'm pretty sure I can't just step past these rats, right?
No. You could step in that other space towards the trap, but you would take the opportunity. Well, actually, they wouldn't give it. That wouldn't be an opportunity attack because they're afraid of you.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah. I'm just gonna walk
Do
over.
you have movement through allies, or is it no movement through allies?
Diagonally, you mean?
Just any way. Like, does it have-
No, I would
Can you-
want to enforce the blocking rule. You know.
Okay. Because there's different DMs to different things. I didn't forget if you do no or half.
Yeah. I do like little bits of realism in there.
Well, actually, I'll stay here and wait for him to, like, walk away. So that I can whack him in the tush. The little
Okay.
rat buds right there. And they're only frightened until my next turn. The end of my next turn.
Okay.
That's about it. Anyway,
As
Done.
it is, they're just gonna try and move away from you, right? Because they're afraid.
yeah, they're frightened of me.
Okay.
Yeah, I look really scary with my little shriveled...
Put your
greasy
hands
body.
up, started waggling them, and did the oogity boogity face. They weren't happy.
Yeah, did the oogie boogie, and I turned all about.
Yes. I like it. Is that the end of your turn, Oogie Boogie?
Yes, it is.
These two rats kind of see you go, yeah, and they immediately turn around and start running away. If you would like to make an opportunity attack, you are welcome to do so, big man.
Am I
Shall.
able to, or is it because
Actually, yeah,
Cherry's
all of
supposed
you
to-
are allowed to do that.
Okay, I'm gonna hit this guy right here with my spear.
I'm gonna attempt to hit the other one that ran past. That was in front of me.
Yeah.
Alright, everybody make those attacks that wishes to.
Well, I'm pretty sure I didn't hit the broadside of a barn right there.
Oof. Alardro. Alardro hit.
Is the one underneath Alardro still underneath it?
Yes.
Yeah, that one did not go anywhere.
So that the one that the one that was in front of me takes four slashing, I believe.
Yes, sir.
Let me fix that.
As as it's running away, you're able to slash out with your scimitar. As you do so, you see a huge gash open up just above, right near its hip. It's kind of right rear quadrant. You see blood just gush out, and actually that is going to hamstring its movement and make it so it only gets to there. Is that the end of your turn?
That was its opportunity attack.
Oh, that's right. No, so
Yeah,
this other
this
rat
other
gets to
turn.
attack. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. So, as this other one is kind of bravely crouched in between your legs, it definitely jumps straight up and tries to bite at your manly bits. Does a 9 hit?
No.
Okay, so as it jumps up, you're able to kind of twist your hips just a little bit as your knee knocks it while it's in the air. It kind of knocks it just off enough so as its teeth gnash together, it doesn't get the precious jewels. With that, it is actually going to take a step to here.
Okay, I was here, so.
I know, I just moving
Yeah.
a rat. Brasnic, that
got
gives
my
you an
range.
opportunity attack if you would like.
It's not leaving my range, though.
No, for Brasnic.
Oh.
Yeah, for rest.
14?
As you stab out, as it's kind of like jumping away, kind of as his knee hits the rat, it bounces off the wall a little bit, lands on its feet, and then jumps out of the way to the south here a little bit. As it's doing so, as it's coming off the wall, you're able to kind of slash out with your short sword, and you stab it just in the side. And roll that damage.
And
as it gets to this next space, you see the blood just gush out of a stabbed artery as the giant rat dies from its wound. Nice job. Ratul. It is your turn, Ratul. What would you like to do?
I keep forgetting Dan's push stop.
Yeah.
There are rats moving about, taking out the ball and smashy the one next to me.
Okay. Oof.
I am not hitting today.
No. As you're swinging the maul, it's kind of big in this confined space a little bit. Sadly, you're unable to hit the rat as the head of the maul smashes off the wall. You see chunks of ancient stone go flying everywhere. Sadly, not connecting with the giant.
Yep, man, that's all I can do.
Okay. You're gonna stay put.
Yep.
Alright. Brasnic. What would you like to use?
Might as well. Giants are a menace. Go ahead. But so we can or we cannot move through allied spaces.
Past another character?
Yeah.
No.
Alright, then I'll go ahead and reach into my pack and grab one of my Thorn hammers and heave it at the rat by rook. And it's just out of range, so the disadvantage.
A 13 hits. Go ahead and roll that damage. As you kind of eye the rat down the hallway, looking in between the well, I guess one's very tall and one's very short. Between your comrades, you were able to kind of jump up a little bit over Gok's shoulder as you whip that thing down the hallway. As it smashes into the rat, and you take out another of the greasy and grimy little creatures. Is that the end of your turn, sir?
I will. And actually. Yep, no, that's it.
Okay. Alardro. You see this other one seems to be pretty intent on running away at the moment.
I cannot see it.
Okay. So yeah, it's pretty much a run off into the darkness as far as you're concerned.
I can compare. This is it, right?
Yeah.
It's 15, 20 movement. I'll cast. Second. There we go.
Okay. So you cast Frostbite. Let me go ahead and roll a Constitution save. But 13, just enough.
Yeah.
As your Frostbite, the spell, you see the magical, it's kind of like a lightish blue arcane energy as it sparks right at the ground where the giant rat is. It's able to just barely dodge aside enough just off of the corner, and you see like a little patch of ice appear just behind where the rat was a moment before.
Okay, for the rest of my movement. And I'm gonna get up close to it.
Okay. Well played, sir.
There's no.
And that's the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Sour Gut?
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try flinging a spell out of 2.
Okay.
I'm gonna use the tried and true Toll the Dead!
Boom. Let's see.
Oh, it only does. Well, okay, it does 2 damage? Because I don't think it took anything.
Ooh, it does not make the wisdom save.
Yeah!
So it takes 2 points or the 9?
It takes the 2, because the 9 would be if it took damage from previously.
Okay.
But still, ooh! 2
All right.
damage.
As you hear the dreaded bell ring, you see, like, right behind its right ear, you see this patch of blackness sprout out, and you see it just whoosh, kind of tendril out across the back of its head as it takes the necrotic damage.
Yep. Also, I just realized it's not feared anymore, as it'll be the end of my turn.
It's
It'll
true.
be like... and Alandro is like right next to him.
And it took damage from you.
Yeah.
As you see it kind of twitch itself and twist its head, like, towards the pain, and as it does so, you see it turn around with this feral look in its eyes towards Alardro.
Ouch.
And hits you for a 15. And does that hit your
Oh,
armor class?
barely breaks my armor class.
What is your armor class?
15.
Oof. Right there. You take 4 points of damage as the rat jumps up, and it kind of starts biting you on your calf. Since you're such a large creature yourself, it has to jump up to get you on your calf, but it tears out a big, nice, chunky bite of your flesh. That'll be the end of that.
Yeah.
Ratul. Actually, it has movement after that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
As it's running down the hallway, you suddenly see Yin Yang step out and just puts his staff right into the ear of the creature.
I do have an opportunity to attack right before it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Would it leave?
Yeah, go for it. Oh, there you go. Roll that damage. Alright, you guys never saw Yin Yang at all. As it's running away, you slash out at it with your scimitar, and you're able to cut the creature, the back of its spine. You see it kind of flop over, his blood just starts pulling out across the ancient stone. As the thread is ended, and we are going to jump out of the turn order. So, now that the dust has settled, what would you guys like to do?
The people who took Meepo got away.
I mean, I'm just gonna be like, guys, did you see how awesome I was right there? I totally saved us. Eh? High five! High five!
Ignoring Gok, I'm going to point into the room and say, "There's someone in here."
Okay. Anyone gonna check it out, or?
I'm gonna check it out, you know.
Alright.
I'm
So you
gonna be pretty
see that the doorway has been opened by your giant friend enough for you to be able to fit through, but you don't think either Alardro or Ratul himself would be able to fit through.
I mean, I think I feel pretty safe going on in. If I need help, I'll just scurry back up. You know,
Okay.
I'm a goblin, pretty fit. So
So imagine the big man steps aside enough for you to be able to squeeze on through there.
That I do.
As you get in there, you know, being very familiar, you being the race you are, and this person being the race he is, you see a dwarf lying on the ground. Roll a perception check with advantage.
Gowdy.
That 18, look at it. It almost, you see blood all over this dwarf. It looks like he is covered with cuts and wounds. It looks like he was attacked by these rats. It looks like he had somehow managed to barricade himself in the room as the battle was going on. And as you look around a little bit more, you notice that much of the blood seems to be coming from his mouth and kind of running down his beard. And looking at the corpses, it almost looks like he's been eating these dead rats to stay alive.
I see he's also a man of culture as well. 'Cause I eat rats too on a daily basis.
As you look a little bit closer, you can tell that he does seem to be drawing breath, but it's extremely weak, and he does appear to be unconscious.
I would probably relay this information to the rest of the party.
Okay.
And then maybe try to see if he had anything valuable on him first, and then relay the information on it.
Okay.
Just
Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
got it.
Oof.
Ooh, I'm glad I didn't roll that now.
He looks like he's, got some adventuring gear, the kind of standard stuff that you guys have. You do notice that the cut of his robes seems to be like some sort of a holy garb of some sort, but you can't really tell too much about it. And it looks like he has some sort of a symbol on a chain, but you can't really, you're not really sure what it might be.
Alright. I'd be a little bit freaked out considering my prior experience with adventures, but hey, I'm an adventurer now, so...
I'm gonna say, is he alive in there?
I mean, barely. He's breathing.
I'm gonna back up.
Mostly dead.
He's mostly dead.
Can you let me through so I can help him?
You see that you would have to force the door open a little bit more in order to get your large frame through there.
Alright then, as Gok's in front of that thing, I'm going to use my hammer to bust open the rest of the door.
Okay.
Whoa. Amigo, I'm going to go to the side of this.
Okay.
Jeez. Oh, I'm Jeez, I don't want to be crushed by a door.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a hammer swing, sir. That maul smashes the rest of this door open as you take one big giant swing at it. As it explodes open, it definitely opens up the doorway enough for you to be able to squeeze through there, Alardro.
I'm gonna squeeze in there. Do I see this dwarf?
You do, and you see the kind of the same scene that I just described for
Okay.
Gok. You can tell that it does look like he's been kind of holed up in here for a while, and kind of surviving on whatever was available to stay alive.
Give me 1 second. I'm going to at this point. So he looks like close to dead, like really hurt, like not doing well at all, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to cast Cure Wounds. Wait. Oh, actually, first I'm gonna get. Sorry, I'm gonna give him my good berry that I have left.
Okay. I'm gonna try and
That's
help him, just kind of help him eat it
Yeah.
or whatever.
I'm gonna give him a good berry first before I spend a spell slot.
Okay.
So that was my only good berry, so I'm giving it to him.
Okay. So you're just gonna kind of like put it in his mouth and work his mouth around and try and help him
Yeah.
like mush it up and swallow it, kind of a deal. Okay.
Heals
So
him for 1 hit point and fills him up for the day.
Okay. So, as you do so, you see, as you're lifting him up, he's kind of grimacing, in pain, unconsciously. As you kind of work his mouth and you're able to kind of get him to swallow, just barely, feebly, you see him take a breath and, just breathe, for the first relaxed breath that he's had in a long time. And you see him slowly open up his eyes.
Okay. This is
Zombie night.
Hello,
you see this giant face above you, a very kindly face looking down at you.
Yes, he's gonna see that. He's gonna back up to the far corner because he sees a goblin and something he has never seen before. He's never met that race before.
Hello, my name is Alardro. You seem to not be doing so well. Do you need assistance? I can heal you some more if you need it.
Of course he needs it.
I'm still gonna be surveying the goblin. Not a big fan of goblins, being a dwarf. Not going to attack him obviously because I am hurting. But I'm gonna take the strange creature's help with a heal spell to heal me up, and then I'm just gonna basically ask them to get me the hell out of this.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds at first level, and you're healed for 8.
Okay. So you're currently at 9 hit points.
And for the first time in a long time, I feel really good.
Why were you down here in the first place? You hear from outside the door.
I'm gonna wonder what that was, and then go, that sounds like a dwarf.
Yes,
Right, you are.
we have a dwarf friend who travels with us.
Alright, that will put Grybek at ease. Knowing there's a dwarf nearby and it's not just a goblin, a really big guy, he's a lot happy.
Wait till you see the orc.
Oh, that'll be
He
fun.
doesn't know I'm here yet.
That's true.
No,
Okay.
I'll tell them that I've been about a month in this area. I was with a party of adventurers. They're my friends. They're no longer here. They've passed away. And I'm actually happy to see some other faces that are not rats, goblins, or kobolds.
Just to confirm your story there, buddy, was the person who sent you down here called the Broker?
No, I came here through the Underdark. My city was attacked by drow and we fled, and I'm the last survivor.
You got separated from your friends, or you saw them all get unfortunately passed from this world?
Through our escape, I'm the last one alive. The rest of them are all dead.
I'm sorry to hear that. We are traveling through this temple, and we could use this catacomb. Sorry, out of character, this is a temple technically, right?
Yeah.
Sunken Citadel.
It's a citadel, yeah.
Traveling.
All of the
Oh,
above.
the Citadel, that's right. We're traveling through the Citadel, and we could use your assistance if you'd be willing to help us. And I know you've probably had a very rough time here, and I'm sure you would like to escape, but we are bound to we have responsibilities here.
Plus, there's kobolds blocking the way out, and goblins blocking the way forward. Not the goblin next to you, though.
Yeah.
Well, he's not going to turn that down. He doesn't care if he has to travel through this area with you guys. He's not going to go solo in this place again. So I agreed to come with you, help out until you are done, and I am free from this place.
Okay.
Got any useful skills there, buddy?
I am a forged cleric of Tharmekhul. What do you need?
Sweet, more healing.
Wait, you can't say that in character?
Yes,
Yeah.
I did. Oh, wait, no, you did? Well, at that thing, Grybek's going to be like, yeah, don't get used to the healing.
I'm Alardro. I'm a Firbolg from far north. We are here on a mission. Welcome.
Also, don't forget when you come out, you'll meet we have one very other large teammate, and once again, this is sort of a race we normally don't get along with, but he's been vetted, and it's all just like the goblin next to you.
Grybek's gonna look around and just be like, "This is the weirdest party I've ever seen."
You guys gonna
You're
move
telling me-
out into the hallway?
Yeah. Good idea.
Also, we should start moving faster. We still need to find Meepo who got drug away.
Oh, Meepo, no.
Like creatures that probably want to eat him. I'm just saying.
That doesn't sound like a very good sign.
Hurry up, you lot. We gotta get going.
Says the guy who took a detour to the side.
Oh, says the guy that released goblins earlier.
Oh.
Well, you see that.
Okay, let's not get into this.
He's bringing up bullshit.
Can you maybe grab one of those boards or something like that and maybe fit it across the pit so we can keep going?
Good idea.
Yeah, sounds like a great idea, honestly.
I will say-
we could probably jump it, but you know, rather take the safer route than maybe slipping and falling.
Just speak for yourself. I can't jump that. My athletics suck.
I can throw you across.
So, are you guys moving up there, or
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna
as
search.
you step out into the hallway, Grybek, you see the largest orc you've ever seen in your life. And you suddenly realize the source of the deep voice that was coming from the hallway.
Yeah. Grybek's just gonna wonder, where did this orc, goblin, furbolg, human, and dwarf ever meet each other?
In a bar, Grybek? Duh.
If like a joke.
That actually now makes sense.
You know,
It's almost like a
adventuring makes
classic
for strange
D&D
events.
cliche.
I'm gonna, before we like head on, I'm gonna like look for a lever or something that could have activated the spikes, something that could like, or not activate it, but had it like fall, and if there's anything that can like.
Well,
Like
it looks
any
like the
lever,
trap door
it's-
is jammed open with the spikes. Like someone
Gotcha.
some time ago had used some pythons to jam the doors
Gotcha.
open. So Ratul, being the big man, I assume you're grabbing some large object to kind of stretch across the pit there. It is 20 feet deep. Again,
Yeah, but surprisingly, looking at it, I could actually probably jump it.
But those of us who can't, this is the reason why I'm asking you to lay something.
Alright, yes, fine. I'm going to put down planks for the little people who have short legs.
Okay. So Ratul quickly is able to find something long enough to stretch across the gap there. If you guys wish, go ahead and move yourselves into the room.
Okay.
Does this fountain have any similarities to the first one?
It does. So, it does look remarkably like the one that you saw before, almost identical. It is cracked. Looks like it is stained as well. And it's the carving of the diving dragon kind of matches the one that you saw in the other one. Go ahead and roll a perception check. Okay. You see on the front of it, it looks like there is a mostly worn away inscription. Looks like it might be the same language as the one that you saw before on the other fountain.
I'm gonna go ahead and repeat the words we said before. Because, well, I don't remember it. My character should have been that long ago.
You repeat it, but nothing happens. It does look like it's slightly different than the other one. It looks like
Can
it
I
might be the
attempt-
same language, but the carvings are different.
Can I attempt to say that word backwards?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, you say it, and again, after a moment of kind of waiting for something to happen, it just nothing seems to be triggering.
I start taking the planks that we used to cross the first one, place it across for this one so we can get to the door.
I'm gonna ask this new person, this new dwarf cleric. Is like, hello, do you happen to speak Draconic?
I do not. I speak Dwarvish, Common, and Goblin.
So,
Okay.
okay. As you are laying these planks across this second trap to the northwest, you can definitely smell the rotten stench that you smell is much stronger, and it doesn't smell like it's coming from the pit, but perhaps from whatever's beyond that door.
I don't like the sound. I don't like the smell of that smell. You have to hurry.
Okay.
I don't smell anything. Now remember, I'm covered in rat blood and
We're not gonna exactly trust your sense of smell there, buddy. You may not smell anything, but you do smell.
in that fountain. Is there water?
No.
Not
It's definitely empty. It looks like there's some sort of a weird filmy residue in there. But it doesn't look like there's been any sort of a liquid in there for a very long time.
All right, so no shower.
No.
I mean, if you want a handful of water skin, you're welcome to it, but you're only gonna handle.
I would advise you to keep your water in this place.
You just have to be sneaky
Why
to this
I
one.
only offered you a hand.
Okay.
Alright, let's keep going.
So
I finished putting around the planks.
there, yep. You finish putting some planks across the pit here. And
Could I search for like maybe something like if this is like looks, or just at least like does this look like a regular door? Does it look like there could have been like a trap or maybe something weird about it?
It looks to just kind of like an older, ancient kind of a door. Part of the bottom corner looks like it's been chewed away, so there's a bit of a gap in the doorway there.
Gotcha.
I kick open the door.
Okay, roll that athletics check or attack, unarmed attack, weapon attack, however you wish to do it. 14. As you hit it, it rumbles. You see dust come off of the whole thing. Barely holds. Seems like it's another good hit.
I back up a little bit, and then run in and just full on drop kick.
Okay. Okay, that'll do. As you drop kick this thing, your massive body kind of goes through the doorway. You're kind of half in, half out. As the door crashes open, an oppressive smell suffuses the air, rising from the chewed carcasses of cave rats, smaller vermin, and a few humanoid-looking creatures. The bodies lie upon a floor of filth, old bones, hair, and fur that combine to make a particularly large and vile nest. As you kind of look around, you see 3 giant rats like the ones that you fought before, in addition to, you thought that the rat mother in the basement of the bar was a large rat. This rat makes that one look like a baby. This is the hugest, most bloated, nasty rat you have ever seen in your life.
Rats!
That sounds great.
With that, we are going to roll initiative. Go ahead and grab those tokens and roll that initiative. My daughter was not at all impressed with my description. Right there.
Rip Ratul right there. Just rip.
Really good of you, that crit.
Oh no! No, that's what I get for mocking our fellow party mates.
Alright. Let's see, where is that creature. So, for those giant rats, let's see what they're gonna get.
Ah, good. Yes, good.
For Goothash,
Oh, crap. Cream Mother actually has a name.
it's a
That's
named,
not a good one.
named rat for you guys today.
Sounds good.
Oh!
As this creature rises up off of this filthy net, you see it almost looks like it's got little, like wounds, like festering wounds, like little bubbles that seem to be on the verge of popping, like all over its body. You see one eye looks swollen and red. It looks like there's several kinds of festering diseases covering this creature.
Does Ratul still have that bag with, or that water skin? And did he take the water skin with the, with that liquid in it? Who took?
Oh, yeah. I remember I still have that, so that's going to be helpful.
Mm-hmm. So, turn order. Alardro got that 22. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think.
And then I got the 5, so this other 12 is non-existent. And everybody else is there?
Yeah. Is the door open?
The door is open, so it pretty much got crashed all the way through. Ratul is lying in the doorway itself. He's got his legs basically in the Gultash room, and then his head, his upper torso and arms are still kind of outside, laying on the planks. And you guys can kind of see through the doorway and see what's in there. Different angles, obviously.
Okay. Give me a second. God. I would like to, let's go 1, 2. Can I get into the room to I'm gonna stay here on the plank, but I'd like to see into the room because I just can't see it. It's all blocked off.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can't see which one of these is the mother, or none of these are the mother. Wait, where is it?
Over here.
This
Yeah.
one?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wait, is it all 3 of those is the mother, or is it one of those is the mother?
No, the 3 that are closer to you look like the kind of giant rats you've been fighting pretty much the whole way through this thing.
So I'm gonna attempt to shoot the one that's closest. This one.
Okay.
With so where is it? Frostbite.
Okay.
Yep.
Oof. Sadly, the frostbite hits a piece of refuse that's right next to it, and you see the ice crystals kind of form over an ancient bone that was there, but does not quite hit the creature.
Okay, I'm gonna move back out of the way, off of the plank, to let people through.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
All right. Brasnic. I'm going to pop you in there just so you can kind of see the positioning. And then just remember your field of vision is going to kind of be, what you would see from whatever your position was. So, where were you?
I was
Here?
right behind the trap door. Oh, that was us 20 feet, right? I will go ahead.
Were you here?
and-
You were at this one?
I was right at the corner of the trap door by the door.
There. So you'd be able to see the rat mother, and you'd be able to see this giant rat right here.
I'm gonna go ahead and go all the way across into the room and over to the corner here.
Okay. Perfect.
Since I already have the light throwing hammer out, I'll pull out use direction and pull out a dagger. Oh, for the dagger at the rat that is next to our tool, since he's prone right now, right?
Yes.
Alright, so I won't actually hit him.
Okay.
Dagger! 8 probably missing.
Yeah, that's hits into the wall, kind of clatters off the ancient stone, and falls to the floor next to the rat. Not quite a hit.
Well, I'll use the offhand hammer to go ahead and hurl that so I can 2-weapon wield. So both light. So this uses my bonus action. 20.
Oof, that 20 is definitely gonna hit.
Since the offhand I don't get my modifier, but I do get my sneak. So I have an ally nearby, so
Okay.
7 damage in total.
Alright. What is this?
And that would be the end of my turn.
Okay. Oh, I know what's going on here. Sorry, GM fail. Alright, so you do a total of 7 points. As you see this thing kind of, just a little bit kind of move to the side from the dagger, and then you see it's kind of like over Ratul, looking like it's about to take a hungry bite out of him. As it's about to dive down on him, your hammer comes flying in and just collides right to its skull, and you see it kind of squeak and then fly off backwards, kind of crumpled to the ground.
My thanks.
Is that the end of your turn, sir?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Guthash. You see the rat mother. It seems to kind of stand up to its full height, and then it just starts shambling down this pile of refuse, this huge nest, right at Ratul. Rushes the big orc and tries to take a bite.
Miss.
Does it get advantage because you're prone?
I'm not prone.
Unfortunately, well, he said you were.
Yeah, because you drop kicked it. So you would have kind of landed.
I thought you said
down.
I was like half in, half out. Like I was sort of hanging on the door frame.
Well, I thought you did like a running drop kick, so you would have like landed on the ground.
No, I
after
meant
that.
like I was rushed up to it and did like a forward drop kick, like where I basically raised my leg up and just like full on push forward.
Okay. just so people, I guess this is like the most thing that happens when people think of drop kicking. Drop kicking is like the wrestler move where you kick with both feet and then you would land prone. What you're talking about is a heel drop. Or like a thrust kick when you use one leg, pull it up and then drop.
Like
kick
the Hulk
somehow
Hogan
faster.
kick.
Yeah.
The Hulk Hogan kick when he throws him at the
this is
ropes and he
Sparta.
just does the big boot. Yeah.
I think he's doing. What you're saying sounds more like this is Sparta, like a Sparta kick.
Yeah, it was a Sparta
But
kick.
drop kicking.
Okay.
Yeah, drop kicking is the 2-foot land.
All right.
land-
So
I'm
it,
sorry, I don't know all the names of certain
it's
types of
fine.
food.
So it is gonna miss you. But yeah, if it bites you, it's got a nasty aftertaste, so you probably don't want it to do that. Okay, so you see this kind of the teeth coming at you. They're all old and yellow and half rotted as it's gnashing out at you. And that is the end of the turn. Ratul, it is your turn.
Yeah, no. Looks like one burned early.
Run away!
Alright, first off, bonus action, I'm gonna rage.
Okay.
And then as my main action, or I should supposed to say use object, I'm gonna take a swig from my water skin.
Okay. Is that the one that you filled up with the fountain?
Yes, it is.
Okay. That you would have to drain it in order to get the effect.
Wait, a whole thing?
Yep.
5 pounds of that potion?
It's a single-use potion, sir.
Alright then, I guess drink the entire thing.
Okay. So you pull out. Let me see. What is this? So there you go. You can use a bonus action to exhale fire at a target within 30 feet of you. The target must make a dexterity 13, dexterity saving, or take 46 points of damage.
Oh, it's a bonus action to execute. So I still have my action.
You do, because it would have been a free action to drink it. So you can definitely take a regular swing if you would like to, and then next round you would have the bonus action available to fire breath.
Alrighty. More time.
Okay,
Does that hit?
that is definitely going to be a hit.
I assumed it was that type of potion, but my character wouldn't have known.
So 11 points of damage total.
Yep.
Okay. As your maul connects with this creature, you see blood and pus and various nasty juices explode off of it and spray across the room. It's still breathing. It's still got some fight in it, but you definitely gave it a mighty wallop.
And then I'm going to step over the body of one of its babies to allow people to move in and out.
Okay. That's the end of your turn, sir.
Yes, it is.
Grybek. Mr. Ironborn.
Alright, I'm going to run forward into the room.
Okay. So that'll be 5, 10, 15, 20.
Alright, and then I see, well, there's a rat right in front of me, or to diagonal in front of me.
Yeah. You would be entering there.
Alright, as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Searing Strike. And as my action, I will.
Do you mean Searing Smite?
No, Forge Cleric has the ability called Searing Strike. Here, I'll put it in chat.
Mm.
Oh, well, actually, what it is, oops. Next time I hit a target, it'll take an extra 1d6 fire damage.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So that didn't count, because if I don't hit him, it doesn't do it.
Right, right.
No, I had never heard of that.
Yeah, go ahead and roll the attack, and then we'll just use that roll if it does hit. A 13 is going to hit.
Oh,
so
snap.
you do 9 points of damage, bludgeoning, and then 5 of the fire damage?
Yes.
So your Warhammer turns a nice cherry red before you smash into it.
Yeah, so as you see the new party member, Grybek Ironborn, steps forward, and you see him kind of chant under his breath, a dwarvish, rhythmic kind of a chant. As he does so, you see the head of his warhammer start to glow a fiery red hot. As he swings down with it, you see a small explosion of fire as he hits Golthus. As it connects with the giant rat mother, you see like flames spread all across the body of this thing as it screams out in pain and rolls over to the side dead.
Oh wow, he's dead already.
Yay. Oh, wow. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, so that was your attack.
Attack, and it's all of my movement, I believe.
20 feet?
I was,
25
well,
feet.
there's no way I can step on a dead corpse, right?
Sure.
So yeah, you've used your maximum movement.
Oh, I already did?
Is 20 feet your max?
Well, 5 is, but it was 20 to get in and 5 feet to step next to Rotul.
Oh, okay, you're
no,
right.
I was saying
so,
he
yeah.
stepped in there. That's where he
okay.
stepped in. So he's got 5
You can-
feet.
So I'm either gonna stay here or move on the rat. Okay.
Yeah, either way. I mean, you could step over here too. So whatever. Wherever you want to step, you got 5 feet of movement if you want.
I'm good right there.
Okay. And that's the end of your turn, sir.
Yes, it is.
Alright. So these rats... Oh, and I forgot one other small detail. You guys also see, as you get a little bit further in here, a form lying on the ground over here. Anyone that likes to can roll a perception check, but you can tell that it is Meepo lying there.
Does he look alive?
That is the perception check, sir. Only the people in the
I
room.
can't see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only
Well,
the-
when I ran in, could I see him?
You can roll. Go ahead. Well, I don't know. No, the Golthus was in the way. Golthus was in the way, rearing up and being scared.
I rolled the perception check, but if I see him, I'm just gonna think there's a kobold in here because I don't know me.
It's true. Ratul, you definitely see Meepo across the way there. It does look like he might still be alive. You know, obviously you're across the room, like 30 feet away, 25 feet away. So can't tell exactly, but you can definitely see him over there. So these giant rats are going to come running in at you guys. This one runs over at Brasnic, and then one is going to take a bite at Grybek. So this one will be the one at Grybek. 17. That hits her. 17 hit Grybek?
No, actually it doesn't.
Oh, wow. Okay. So as it bites out at you, you're able... Do you have a shield?
Yes, I do.
You're able to kind of get your shield in the way as the rat's coming in, and you kind of hear a boom as your shield bounces its face away from you. The second one attacking Brasnic rolls a 20. These rats are upset with you guys. Is that one gonna hit you, sir?
It was 20, yep.
Okay. So you take 3 points of damage as the rat rushes in. It kind of is able to latch in on your the side of your knee a little bit and starts biting down. And that is going to be the end of that turn. Mr. Sour Gut, it is your turn.
Okay. I don't know if I can get in through here, but I assume so. So I'll get in the door. So
Okay.
I'll come on in.
You could
See
just take a
what this-
5-foot step to there, and then that'll be 10.
Oh, okay. I see the switch. See the switch now.
That'll be 10.
Okay. I'm gonna toll the dead this rat near Greybrand. Cause I'm kind of like trying to get in the good graces right now. So
Okay. Brasnic.
yeah, but might as well.
Greyband is his name in your game.
Oh shit! I messed up. Bres. I'm trying to get the good graces, Brasnic.
You got
Sorry.
this.
What?
So a Toll the Dead on the giant rat is going to require a Wisdom save. Ooh, does not make it. So he takes a total of 7 points.
Has he been damaged? Well, he takes 7 if he's been undamaged, 1 if he's been damaged.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, I see.
Can
All right.
take-
So as this creature is kind of worrying at your knee, it's kind of like digging into it. All of a sudden, you see it just as it arches backwards. You see like the whole back of its head, just like this dark tendrils just race across its head, and you see its the back of its skull start to like cave in just a little bit from all of the rot that affects it, and you see it just roll over and die.
Wow. Okay.
It's necrotic damage, man. You're a warlock, buddy.
That's true.
Embrace the rule.
Man, that's a horrible way to die, though. Honestly.
It is.
Um.
It's a terrible way to die.
So
So you got about 20 feet of movement left, right?
Yeah. I'm going to just move like here and ask if Brasnic is okay.
Okay.
I'm doing
That's-
alright.
Good. That's great. Fantastic. And that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Alardro, it is your turn, sir.
Okay, give me 1 second. So, can I see in from here or not?
Yeah, you could see it in an angle.
Barely? Okay. Is there? Do I see if there's room for me to walk in?
Yeah. You could see Grybek, yeah. Oh, I forgot.
I'm
you
attempt to walk in the 15
Okay,
feet. Yeah.
so that's 10. Oops.
It should be my 15 foot, the 15 feet of movement to get in.
Yep. So you are there at 15, sir.
I'm gonna. Okay, I'm gonna just stay here. Look at. This is. Wait. Is this Meepo?
It is.
I'm gonna say Meepo. And I'm gonna like try and go 5 or 10, 15 to get between Meepo and the rat.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna attempt to cast Frostbite.
Alright. Another con save from the giant rat coming up here. Ooh, definitely gonna take it that time. As the frost kind of rhymes over the creature, you see like the back half of its legs almost kind of like become locked up from the cold. It screams out in pain. Is that the end of your turn, sir?
Yeah.
Okay. Brasnic, top of the order. Oh no, that was Alardro.
Go ahead and run off and start.
Okay. Stabby
And
stab.
fail.
Oh! Oh no. Oh. Okay.
Well, missed my
Um,
target.
as you come running up, you're going to stab at the rat. As you take a step, you kind of like step into some of the bloody pus that spewed out from the rat mother earlier. As your foot slips away from it, you fall down on your face into the pus as your sword goes clattering across the room over here.
Wait, what happened? My sword before it goes flying?
Huh?
Connection is terrible.
Yeah, you kind of fall on your face and then your sword goes flying over here.
Well, there's that. I cannot do anything else. I have to put up.
Okay. You could use the last half of your movement to get back up.
Yeah, I still have that. Yeah, I'll use the rest of my movement to get back up. What's up?
Okay. So as you get back up, you find yourself just covered in all this nasty yuck as you get back to your feet. Huh?
I'm gonna disconnect and reconnect because I know it's just me. Everybody else keeps roboting out to me.
Okay. Nobody wants to get covered in funk. Are you there, sir?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. And that's going to be the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Ratour. There's one rat left.
Yep, and apparently I ended up drinking the potion for nothing.
It's got a frozen butt.
Well, time to shatter it.
Okay. I mean, you might as well use the fire breath. Okay, so you are going to do a total of 14. As you step up, you just swing your maul down straight down onto this creature. You hear half of it squish, and then the back half of it kind of half crack as it was slightly frozen. The creature squishes into a puddle, and dies.
Can I? Oh wait, I just went. Never mind.
And that, my friends, is going to drop us out of combat.
Okay, I'm gonna rush over to Meepo and then try and give him medical attention. Not use any spells, just use like a medical attention.
Okay.
I mean, I've still got a cookie bear. You can have my cookie bear.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Do I help?
You kind of fumble around with him, but it doesn't really seem to be helping too much.
I don't know kobold physiology.
Here, Alardro, you can give him my good berry.
I think Grybek would be like, of course the kobold is with you guys.
Berry.
I'm gonna pick up a little. I'm gonna I like very carefully pick up the good berry and help give it to Meepo.
Okay.
Like force him to eat it, basically.
Okay. You see it, you kind of, again, helping him kind of chew the thing. You get it down, you see him. Oh, yuck! Ah. What happened, Meepo?
You were hurt.
You nearly got devoured by rats.
Rats, get Meepo! You see him kind of like sit up real fast all of a sudden, kind of look around. And then he sees the bloated rat mother, Gilthash, and he says,
Almost take their rats.
you see his eyes just grow super wide and he just gets very quiet.
Oh.
Who volunteers to
Are
take
you
the rat
okay,
rescue?
Meepo?
What did you say?
Are you okay, Meepo?
You see him kind of like stop and like look around himself a little bit. You see that he kind of winces a little bit. It looks like he's got a nice little wound on his shoulder from where he was attacked and drugged back here. Maybe some
Is it looking-
scrapes. but-
In Dwarvish, I'm gonna say to Brasnic, Goblin, Orc, and Kobold, and just be like, really?
Inventory makes for strange fellows, okay? You know this.
I'm going to kneel by the bloated rat mother and take out my hand axe.
Okay. Anybody want to check out this space here at all?
I'm gonna weapons, and I'm gonna pick up Meepo, and hold him like a child.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and grab my, retrieve my dagger and my throwing hammer and my short sword that are lying around.
Okay.
And then I'll poke through all the crap that's around here.
I'm going to investigate to see if there's anything of value on this. Just in this area.
I like to open up the rat mother.
Okay. You guys can definitely tell that this is the source of these creatures. This has been where they have been coming from all the way up into the Manticore's tail, the basement area there. This is where they have been coming from. And infesting the Citadel and all points beyond from there. Spending a few minutes poking around, over a period of 10 minutes or so. You notice among the humanoid corpses that are in the chamber, a couple of goblins, a kobold, and what looks like a human male.
Oh!
God, is it Yin Yang?
No, he looks.
He was sacrificed by the Citadel.
No, Yin Yang has not caught up with you. It looks like just by his garb that he is maybe someone that spends a lot of time in the woods. It looks like he has, a longbow. He's got looks like some studded leather armor. You guys gonna kind of check out his corpse a little bit, or?
That's to Chang because long
gonna-
gold.
I'm gonna take that leather armor right there.
As you guys are kind of searching around, you find 312 silver pieces. And this is spread throughout the chamber. 68 gold pieces.
Holy crap.
And 3 gems. On the
Do I have
ranger,
any-
on the ranger himself, you find the studded leather armor. You find 5 daggers. You find a longbow with a broken string. He's got a backpack with him. In the backpack, it contains a water skin, a day's worth of rations, a bedroll, a tinderbox, and 3 torches.
I'm gonna take the torches.
Okay.
I'll take the water skin.
I'm gonna take the
took this
rations.
studded leather armor. Oh.
Okay. You find a quiver with 6 arrows. You find a small flask, more like a bottle, a stoppered bottle, that looks like what was given to you at the inn.
Oh, a healing potion.
It's a potion of healing.
I'm gonna hand it to the now party member. Like the dwarf, the new dwarf. Sorry, I haven't remembered the name. Grybek.
Okay.
I will take that and thank you.
You didn't get one of these coming in, I assume. It's only fair you get one now.
You are very kind, big fella.
Also,
Do I find anything from opening up the rat mother?
one second. Also, just to finish up with the ranger, you find a pouch. In the pouch, you find 17 gold pieces. On his finger, you see what looks like a gold ring.
It's too small for my hand.
Can I take that?
Yeah. As you kind of grab his hand and subtly working it off of his finger, you notice that there seems to be some sort of writing.
Can I? What? Do I know what it says, or?
Yeah, it looks like it's in common, and it says Caracas.
Can I? Is there a? Are you gonna show that to anyone?
I mean, I'm gonna wear it on my finger and then show it to you guys. Yeah. I mean, it's a golden ring. Why wouldn't I wear it? It's great. But yeah, I'll show it after I put it on my finger.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you stand up with your new prize and put it on your finger and say, as you show it around to the rest of the party members.
Yeah.
Do we see Caracas on it?
Yeah. I mean, you definitely see that there's some sort of engraving on there. If he were to hold it out to you, you could read the word Caracas.
Can I attempt to read it?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Are you gonna hold it there long enough for him to be able to read it?
I mean, I'd probably be like, no, you can look. You can only look, but you can't take it.
No, I
take
just-
it, Furby.
I just want to see what it says.
Yeah, you see the word Caracas.
I'm
Do I
watching
know
you,
that
Furby, but sure.
No, it wouldn't be anything that would be familiar to you.
Okay. Okay, you said there was a total of how much gold? It was 68 and then 17?
It was 312 silver pieces, 68 gold pieces, and 3 gems.
Do we have a party loot set up?
There's a
Yes,
page.
we do.
Okay, loot notes. Cool.
So, big man.
Let's
Ratul.
write it. Oops.
If you need a refresher, I can read it off again. As you're digging through this rat mother, I mean, it's pretty gross, pretty nasty mess. With especially as diseased as the creature is, you're able to open her up. You find another 12 gold pieces inside the creature and a large gem that looks to be perfectly clear.
As I just hold the gem up, as I just hold up the pus and blood-covered gem into the light.
As the pus and blood drains down off of the gem, the two dwarves definitely recognize a magnificent diamond.
Man.
Worth digging in after. Okay.
Sorry. So, can you go through the list again? Sorry.
Of course. 312 silver, 68 gold pieces, and 3 gems, worth 25 gold pieces each. By the way, the peridot dragon statues were worth 10 gold pieces each.
my.
You also found another 17 gold pieces in the pouch on the Ranger's belt. And the gold ring, once it is appraised, will be worth 10 gold pieces as well.
I take the now vivisected rat mother and toss her into the spike pit outside.
Okay. Oh, you got another 12 gold pieces from the rat mother's body, from her stomach, as well as the diamond. Once that is appraised, it'll be worth 500 gold pieces.
Man, that rat mother had a very rich diet.
Okay, so I'm putting everything into the in the loot notes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna combine all the gold at the end of the session into one big thing of gold, and then I think I missed something. Did Gok take the studded leather armor?
Yeah.
I did.
Okay.
I'm wearing it right now. I'm up to 13 AC!
What did you do with your old armor, or did you not have old armor?
I did have old armor and I threw it out.
Okay.
Because it was garbage.
Okay.
Okay, so this is armor made for a human, so it's going to be a little bit baggy on you.
Oh. Well.
So as you start putting on the armor, you're basically like a 10-year-old in a man's gear.
I mean, that seems like it's pretty understandable. Could I possibly make some modifications to it to make it smaller?
I mean, you could, but that would take some time.
How much time? Like, too much time?
I mean,
Or-
too much time for you to be doing it here. It would be like an in-between adventure sort of a thing.
Dang.
I
Well,
look over to
I'll
meet-
save it for later. I still want to try to wear this thing. It's better,
Okay.
I guess.
I look over to Meepo, sort of flicking my hands of the blood and guts from the now dispatched mother, and look towards him.
Where do we
You
need to
see
go?
him just like looking at you with like awe. Kind of a strange reaction.
I mean, I'm still holding Meepo, I'm holding him up like a, like not on my shoulder, but like holding him up with like in my arm, and he's like tiny, like he's like what, 3 feet tall?
Yeah. Yeah, he's like...
He's like a
3 or 4 feet
child.
tall. Yeah.
So I'm
Oh.
like holding.
Oh yeah, I just remembered, since I drank the potion of fire breath, I also have a bit of flame and smoke coming out of my mouth now, don't I?
You do. And he is looking at you with awe and wonder and a bit of fear. And he's kind of like, you killed the great rat? You killed the bloated one! And he just gets very excited all of a sudden.
We need your help.
Oh, bloated one! Big terror! Oh, sheep, many kobolds!
Good that we got rid of her then.
Oh, thank you.
But we now
thank
need
you,
to
thank
find
you.
where we need to go.
There's another one of those dragon statues. Can you read something for us, Meepo?
Oh, Meepo, good reader.
Okay, I'm gonna carry him.
Okay.
And I'm gonna carry him across the planks.
I go
Okay.
across into the other room too.
Okay.
He's like on. I'm like holding. He's not like. He's kind of like on my shoulder. Like you can hold like a little kid, like a really young kid.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have. Can you read this for me?
All right. Anybody else going out? You guys staying in the room? What do you guys do?
I'll
yeah,
head in there.
Okay.
No. I mean, ooh.
Brasnic?
You-
Okay. So you guys kind of all go back out in the room, leaving the vile rat's nest behind you. As you guys get out there, kind of looking at this fountain, you see Meepo kind of look down. He says, "Oh, it's draconic."
Yeah. Can you read it?
Of course, Meepo silly. It says, "Let there be death." And as he says
Oh, no.
this, as he says this, you see the dragon's mouth suddenly start to glow green. As it does so, this mist starts spraying out of the mouth. It's a kind of a greenish, nasty colored mist. It fills up a 20-foot cube around this thing.
Oh man.
Oh, damn it!
I will draw in here for you.
Yay! I killed Meepo and myself.
Where is
Yay!
it? Draw shape. Let's find a nice shape
He's
here.
gonna hit us all.
Could I use a reaction to, as I see the green mist pouring out, to hold my breath?
No.
Damn it.
But what you could do is breathe fire into this, and then kill it if like cause a combustion thing.
Yeah, let's not do that.
That's like a
A
bad.
total party way. Let's do this.
No. Don't do it. That's the bad decision.
Okay. Everybody go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw.
Does this count as a poison for the dwarves?
It does count as poison for the dwarves.
Ah, good.
This is gonna be kind of bad.
Wow.
Oh, that's
Look
too
at you
bad.
guys, just across the board. We got one more.
Not Meepo.
Who didn't roll?
Oh goddamn, Meepo has to make a save too, doesn't he?
He does.
Oh no.
I was thinking
Please
that
roll
Yin
a
Yang
nat
was still
20.
here.
Oh.
Yin Yang is not still here. Okay, so Meepo
Oh.
has
Yeah.
no problem.
This is crazy. We all passed it.
All pass. So everybody is going to take half damage from the poison, which is going to be 6 points of damage. So you'll take 3
Ouch.
points from the poison,
And the dwarves only take one because we have resistance.
and the dwarves only take 1 because you have resistance. So as this spray kind of fills up this cube, you just everybody starts coughing. You feel your throats kind of seize up on you and start to tighten up a little bit. You're able to kind of fight it off and still draw a breath, but you feel worse for this experience.
Yep, nope, jumping across the chasm. Jumping over the pit since I have the strength to do so.
Okay,
I'm gonna rush back,
you guys are
back
gonna
into the other.
rush out of the area with the poison gas and get to some
Yeah.
free breathing. Okay,
Yeah.
everybody gonna move back to the
Me
south.
too.
Sorry. This is. Oh, we're gonna be super weird. How do I cancel? Never. There we go.
No, that's fine.
And I'm carrying Meepo, so.
Okay.
Okay. There we go.
So
I am very low health. Is anyone else very low health?
I could use the rest. We want to pile into.
Can we close the door here, or is there no door?
there is no door.
Oh.
There's enough back walls to make it a small entrance, right?
Yeah, and you guys could, move a little bit further south, towards the other fountain room. However far you want to go.
Yeah.
There's the room with the
I
skeletons.
say we head to the other fountain room. I'm going that way, and then we can take a short rest.
Okay.
Can I check? Is this the room where the skeletons were?
No.
Oh,
And
you're-
as you're kind of like looking over at this door as you're walking through, Meepo just kind of offhandedly, still kind of coughing out the gas a little bit. He looks over and says, that way to goblins.
We should rest up then before we go.
Huh?
I said we should rest up before we go then.
Okay.
Oh, God, if you rest up, I'm gonna lose the effects of the fire breath potion.
I'm
wanna-
at 2 HP, and I'm out of spells.
I know it's like, I mean, Ratul can go on ahead if he wants to, but everybody else is just gonna just have a nice nap, a little bit, you know.
So we're gonna do a short rest for half an hour.
Yeah.
I think those
That works.
Okay.
Dang it, that's gonna be a complete waste of a fire breath potion. God.
Well, you can go ahead if you want to.
No, I'm hurt
Hello?
badly.
Okay. Well, there we go then.
the big orc grudgingly backs away from the challenges ahead.
Wait, hold up. If we do a short rest as half an hour, then you still have half an hour left on your potion.
I thought short rests are a full hour.
I thought a short rest was a half an hour. Am I wrong?
It's up to the DM. It's anywhere between half an hour and an hour.
Let's say half an
rules
hour.
as written, it's an hour.
Oh, is it?
The DMs have shortened it to 30 minutes. And so technically, the rules as written, it's a minimum of an hour, and anything that's not 8 hours counts as a short rest.
Okay, so you guys rest for an hour. That's fine.
Do we get through our hour of rest okay?
That is the question, isn't it?
And because if we don't, then we can't roll.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Please let somebody come by. Please let somebody come by so I can blast with fire breath.
Yeah, but you're not gonna pull us all.
Let's see. I'll even roll it for you guys. Let's all witness this.
I mean, it would kill Alandro. Probably.
And I'll just roll a new character.
And
Oh,
everybody
did we-
reroll. No. So you guys managed to get through the half an hour. There is no interruptions. You are go ahead and you get a hit dice back, right? After a short rest.
No,
Yes,
you can
you can
We
roll
spent
it.
hit dice.
Okay.
And you said we're okay. So it's half an hour short rest.
1 hour.
Hour.
Sadly, that is going to cost you the fire breath potion.
Ooh.
I mean, for fun, you can just blow it like straight up, whatever, and look cool.
Watch this, guys. The intentions were noble.
Yeah.
You probably should have saved it for the evil druid, though. I'm just saying. So,
Yeah. Hindsight's 20/20, you know.
Oh,
you guys
as a
are.
short rest.
I'm sorry, what?
Let's say as it comes to a complete, as we complete the hour, turn to Alandro and say, so, detect magic is useful again.
Yeah, I can use detect magic again if you want me to
Yeah, I'm
look
gonna
at
pull out the-
something, but I can't identify objects for you, sadly.
Well, yeah, I just want to know. I just want a basis of what we're working with. So if you could do that as I pull out the whistle and the flask, just want to see if they're, I don't want to be carrying anything around that has necrotic energy swirling around it.
Okay, then I'll use detect magic.
Okay. So you cast the spell. You definitely are going to see the magic emanating off of some of the objects that you've picked up here.
You see our party loot?
Yeah. So some of that stuff is in there.
I can edit it to tell myself which ones.
Okay. So are you gonna pull? There was the flask. There was the whistle. There was the arrows that you found so far. And
Yeah.
the candle.
They will not be identified. I can just know what type of magic is on them.
Exactly. So the arrows definitely are going to glow with an evocation, kind of a standard enchantment. The potion that Grybek is holding is going to glow with abjuration magic.
All right.
And the whistle is going to glow with necromantic magic.
Wow.
Just
I
to
don't know, do I want
just to
that?
let you know, I can identify as a
Oh,
force.
you
cleric,
can. That's
so
wonderful. Fuck.
It's a ritual. It'll take
It
a
is
whole
a
short.
ritual. But you have it. Do you have it prepared for the day?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
You have the pearl needed for it, though.
No, I
Does-
don't.
Well, does it consume the?
It does not
No, but
consume
it
pearl,
is not
but it's-
consumed, but it is a costed component, so he needs it to activate it.
Anything that basically is gonna be a spell component, you're gonna have at least one to cast the spell. You know, if it's something that uses up that resource, then you would have to find more.
But if you, usually if you have identify, you have the orb.
Yeah, I would definitely say that you would have a pearl available to cast it.
Alright, cool.
So after you guys take the rest, go ahead and spend the 10 minutes to cast the ritual. The arrows are +1. The potion is a potion of fire resistance.
It's another potion of fire, really?
No, it's a potion of fire resistance.
Oh, resistance. Alright, I'll do that.
Let's see. So I will go ahead and show this to players. I will show this to players. Because you got one of those. You got the fire resistance. And as you are looking over these items, you come to the candle is just a regular candle with a continual light spell cast on the wick.
A what spell on the wick?
Continual light.
Okay. So it's
Um,
just an ever glowing
Yeah.
candle, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And then, as you are looking over the whistle, its nature and what it is used for becomes clear to you, and you realize that this whistle is definitely used for necromantic purposes and is meant to animate the dead and bring them alive again to serve your needs.
Alright.
Very
Keep an undead.
evil object. It doesn't have an essence or of itself, but it is obviously something that was created for dirty deeds.
Shall be used in the name of good. It's not
It's a-
necessarily an evil object. It's what you use it
Yeah.
for.
Necromancer is not evil.
Yeah.
Necromancer is not necessarily evil.
Okay.
You can use like these zombies or whatever to farm or to do all sorts of cool, good stuff for communities.
It's true.
I mean, but that's kind of boring, though.
So it's realistic.
It is realistic, but
Okay. To appease rock guts, then you could also use it to fight. I mean, it's still a zombie.
Yeah, you could do proxy wars
Well-
with zombies too.
I mean, I could also let them do my taxes. It seems like the best.
I don't think that's
Remember,
why.
zombies are really good at tax evasion because they're already
Exactly.
dead. Because they're already dead, they know how to get around the law.
Yeah,
Exactly.
sure.
That's a perfectly viable way to avoid it. Okay, we're getting off topic. I'm sorry.
As,
Well,
That's the real reason to become a lich is because you no longer have to pay taxes because dead people don't pay taxes. That's the real reason. To
I
become
mean,
a
that's
lich.
worth it to me.
but you're undead. That means you pay special taxes.
No.
You pay
can't-
untaxes.
Yeah, they give you money. It's a subsidy.
Wonderful. All right. Well.
So, you know a little bit more about these items.
You said the whistle was Duergar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it has the rune and it's related to the Dwargar.
When I identified that, I would have spat on it and threw it back to you.
Yeah.
Brasnic. Yes. I understand. We all hate the Dwargar, but as a rogue, I see the better possibilities of using it.
Well, I am actually from the Underdark, so I deal with them a lot, so I cannot stand.
Yes. But hey, if I can party with an orc and a goblin, I can use undead Dwargar whistle.
We've rested long enough. It's time for us to continue on.
People, lead the way! And this time, try not to get snatched.
Not Maple's fault. Scary and sneaky. Sneaky yuckers. So he goes over this way. You see him kind of like reach for the door handle, and he kind of stops himself and looks back at you guys. Says,
That's right.
This way lead to goblins. We must be very careful.
I got you.
It's very dangerous from here on out. This has been easy so far.
Alright, everybody, that's the signal to tiptoe and crouch.
That's harder for some of us to notice.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Okay, so you guys gonna check out the doorway at all, or just
Yes, I will check out the doorway as
go
we
on
put it
through there?
Not
What's
to just open it.
Alright.
Alright, so, investigation!
Investigation.
God damn it.
Oh.
I'm supposed to be good at this.
Definitely seems like it's not trapped. You don't find any locks even. Seems to be an unlocked door in the city.
I'll give Meatballs a thumbs up. We're good to go.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're gonna go ahead and open the door?
Yep.
Okay. As you open the door, you hear a ding, 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 ding. And as you look up, you notice on the inside a little bell seems to have been hung. And as the door opens, it is rung it.
Damn it, Brasnic.
Just another face bomb.
I'm
Inside,
gonna be like, is that the dinner bell?
you guys going in?
Oh, I wish. I'm a little
Going in.
hungry.
Okay.
I shall go in after our two dwarves and our green orc and our scaly friend. Oh.
Oh, by the way, Greyback, the giant orc you see is actually just as tall as the furbolg.
It's true.
Okay.
Here's a question I have, which is always funny, because I've realized this looking through the D&D book. Technically, in Faerun, orcs are gray and goblins are orange.
That's. I mean, I'd be okay with an orange goblin.
It depends on wherever your setting is, and you can also have like different types. But yeah, orcs are usually
No, I
gray.
just thought it was funny, because everybody when I play with is so used to like playing Warcraft, or whatever. I was like, all right, green-skinned orc. But looking through the monster manual for my own DMing purposes, I've realized that goblins and orcs are actually the different colors in Faerun than in other places.
I learned something today.
You play magic, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to build like a Tarkir goblin, one who's like super hairy and looks nothing like what you expect a goblin to play.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, man.
Okay. So this chamber itself seems to be unused. It does look like there are some tracks going through here, going towards this doorway set in the north wall. But as far as any kind of objects or materials laying around, it seems to be empty of anything.
Let's make sure this door is safe.
Yeah,
I'm gonna post a picture of it.
I know.
and,
I think "make sure" is in quotation marks.
Wow.
As stated. It's definitely free of traps and unlocked.
Can we get a second opinion on this? Like,
You have no reason
the goblin.
Okay,
I can't-
you only have one reason to doubt. I've only failed one time, and that was with the scythe. That was an intricate door with skeletons and everything on it, okay?
No, I mean the door that was. Oh my gosh. Okay. I mean, talking about the one with the bell on it.
This door seems to be unfettered with traps or warning devices of any kind. As far
Actually,
as
with
you
that
can
painting, there was a bell on the first door, right?
tell. There was.
Yeah.
Was it like attached to the door, or in the door, or just like?
Seemed like it was dangling from a string on the inside of the room.
Can I take that?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that for purposes later.
Okay. So what do you guys think?
We'll be fine. I open the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm keeping Meepo with me. He needs to be safe.
Seeing where the bell was on the first one, I'm going to prepare an action to, the second I hear any tingling, to shoot my hand out where the location of the other bell would be, going by the location of the first bell.
Okay.
You can do that because I'm short.
As you open up the door, you again hear another bell start to jingle. Go ahead and roll a dexterity check or acrobatics to try and grab it in time. Ugh.
10?
You kind of like knock it with your knuckle a little bit and give it an extra jingle, but you are able to grab it and silence it after the initial kind of little knuckle knock.
I'm the first one through the door. Well, what do I?
As you peek through the doorway, you see a 10-foot wide hall that is liberally strewn with sharp caltrops. On the northern wall, passage to the room beyond is partially blocked by roughly mortared 3-foot high walls, complete with crenellations.
I'm really gonna pull out a dagger and a hammer.
So that's what you see.
I like to step in and prepare my maul.
Okay, so once you step inside, you're going to see that the floor is completely covered with caltrops.
Wonder what. Alright, guys. Oh, I'll tell everybody behind me.
Okay?
Is anyone wearing a cloak?
Is anyone wearing what?
A cloak.
No.
Nope.
An extra piece of cloth under the mat.
I have my robe, but I'm not taking it off.
So as you're calling back behind you to the others and letting them know what happens, all of a sudden, thunk, into the wall right next to you, a small arrow lands in there. As you look back over, you see 2 goblins standing up over the wall, holding bows in hands as they take shots at you. Everybody grab your tokens and roll initiative.
Oh man, I know it. I'm not even. God dang it, guys! You keep getting into trouble.
We opened
My
the door. What do you
initiative
want from me?
is shit!
Love my negative initiative.
Yes.
Man,
let me get
look
these
at
guys.
that. Nearly -1 initiative.
You guys have
Well,
made it to the goblins. We're at a whole new level of this adventure, guys. I like it.
Boy.
Hey, we could all die and then we just reroll, right?
You could all die right now.
I mean, I'm too smart to die. So I'm
Yeah, that's been proven so far.
exactly. Yeah.
You know we could always negotiate with these goblins, right?
Negotiating.
Is it because we have a goblin right here?
I wasn't saying that, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
But,
Well, I mean, what? You get the freaking kobold's gonna freaking do something right now?
No.
The dwarves? The freaking Furby going to like pull something out of his fluffy butt right now?
Wow.
Maybe.
The Furbies.
Like,
So,
The
one at
giant-
Ratul, one at Brasnic. These guys each take a short bow shot at you. At Ratul is going to be a 21, at Brasnic is a 13.
The 13 will miss me. Just
Well, 21 hits. Ow.
For 7 points of damage as this arrow thunks into your chest. You see them duck back down behind the wall after taking their shots. Brasnic.
this is full of caltrops, isn't it?
So standard caltrops, what are they gonna
I think they
do?
next save.
I'm just
or
gonna
the one
copy
you
it
take-
and paste it so everybody can read.
Oh,
Yeah, 15.
So every 5 feet has that.
wow.
And at the whole time
I'm,
you guys are trying to move across this space, they are going to be taking shots at you.
Yeah, you just have to go half speed.
And
Is it an action to clear the square?
Yes.
I'm gonna turn to Rotor and say, you want to throw?
I nod.
Alright, so I'm gonna get ready, and once I'll hold an action to, I guess, attack once he chucks me over the granulation hole. Here's the
Okay.
praying.
It's going to have to throw you
That's-
20 feet.
I think he's gonna get mad because he's in the air in the chest and be able to do it, so I have confidence.
Okay. So you are holding your
I
actions.
mean, when he throw, it's more like a, what is it? Like, you know, he puts the hands together, and as he throws, I push off type of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah. Nobody tosses a dwarf.
I'm not Gimli.
Ratul.
And he got tossed in the end anyway.
Yeah, no, I was gonna throw you in any case. So, yep, I create a big platform out of my interlaced hands and basically launched a dwarf.
Okay,
Get mad
roll,
first. That's not-
roll a
real quick,
strength
get mad.
feat. Let's roll a strength feat on Ratul and a dexterity check on, or athletics, and then either acrobatics or dexterity check on Brasnic.
So I roll a athletics.
Yep. Okay.
Combined, we did awesome.
Sort of. All right. So with the 14 and then the 9 on the athletics or the acrobatics, I would say that he was able to get you to here. As you kind of hit the wall, your hands kind of almost grab the top. You hang for a second, but then you slide back down into the caltrop room.
Well, okay. I had weapons in hand, so I wouldn't be able to grip in the first place. So while I'm flying through there and I realize that I'm not gonna make it, can I make my attacks from? I was holding an action to attack.
Sure. Let's do some James Bond shit.
Sweet. And because he hurled me upwards, they don't have cover yet?
They don't have full cover anymore as they're looking up at this dwarf, maniacally flying through the air with rage on his face, getting ready to throw hammers at their faces. They are going to go from total cover to, we'll say half cover.
Sweet. Alright. Hope, if it does it, do I get sneak attack because maybe they weren't expecting it?
No.
Well, I tried. Here goes the dagger. Misses horribly.
Oh,
And the hammer. Oops. Probably stomach.
Yeah, let's see. What is that one gonna do? I don't even know how to fuck that up. Okay. So, as you're pulling out the dagger to throw it, you actually kind kind of just because of the way that you're flying through the air and you're pulling it out, it actually kind of manages to slip in between your leather a little bit and just give you a little nick for 1 point of damage.
Oh, that's not what I need.
And then you're gonna drop the dagger in that location where you are.
And
The hammer shot, as that flies out, that one is just gonna kind of fly over the shoulder of one of the goblins there.
and then I guess I'll make a dexterity save to not land on a caltrops?
Yep.
Or check or saving throw.
DC 15 dexterity saving throw.
And I just barely don't make it.
Oh, you
I've got a
take,
couple of-
as you land, you take 1 point of damage from caltrop sticking into your bone.
Yeah. If I still have an action, I would like to hold it with a. I like to ready a hand axe to throw at the first goblin I see, peek his head over the edge.
Okay, and you did not rage, is that correct?
I have no more rages. I've used 2 of them.
Okay. Then yes, you would have an action because it would only take a bonus action to fling him. We'll say. So you can definitely do that.
You don't get any rages back after you rest?
No, it's
Long
long
rest.
rest.
Ooh, just like my spells.
Yeah. So that short rest helped with some hit points and helped the warlock. But I guess it
It
helped,
does not help anyone else.
helped the druid a little bit too.
Bro.
Mr. Sour Gut, you hear the sounds of battle from the other room.
I'm gonna just peek through this door here. What do I
Okay.
see?
I'm just gonna put you in here so you can see what's going on.
Okay.
You see a floor covered in caltrops. You see Brasnic on the other end of the room there. It looks like he is kind of taking a little bit of tumble on the floor.
Okay.
Beyond that, you see like a 3-foot wall with some crenellations across the top, and then sounds like something's going on back there, but you can't really tell just by looking.
Oh. I can't see the little blighters.
The
over
little
there.
blighters are not able to be seen.
I'm going to sit by the door, the safety of by the door,
On the other side,
on the other side of it.
okay.
I see the caltrops, and I'm probably like, ugh. That seems like it's probably a death trap, and I'm gonna save a spell, and when one of those, when I see something hostile, I'm gonna use my arcane arsenal to destroy it. If I
Okay.
can see whatever it is.
So you are also holding your action?
I will, by the door. Yeah.
Okay. Alardro of Multini.
Okay, so I can't see anything, so I'm gonna go here, and here, here. Can I see into the room?
So I'm going to put
Okay.
you in there just so you can see what's going on there.
Can I see those goblins, or are they half covered?
No, they are, for you, they were total cover. The reason he got to the half cover was because he was flying through the air and got the height advantage.
Gotcha. So there's caltrops on the ground. Interesting. Sorry, this is a conundrum. I'm out of spells.
It is. These guys were waiting for interlopers. And that's you.
I mean, they probably.
Okay, so
heard the
it says I can create a puff of wind using Druidcraft. Can I create a puff of wind that could move like a 5-foot thing of caltrops?
I think it's more like a puff of wind to like blow out candles, like that kind of a strength.
Gotcha. What type of cover is this? Is it wood? Is it like stone?
What they're hiding behind?
Yes.
It's a stone wall that they've created out of like broken pieces and mortar.
Okay, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave Meepo behind, and I'm gonna go into the room and then move 5 feet here. So that's 10 feet total. So I moved how many feet into this room?
You're at 15 feet right now, and you have to roll a dexterity save.
Okay, so I'm just gonna move half speed into the room,
Okay.
and I have another. Can I move half speed? No, that was my last movement. If I use half speed.
To step in there would have been 15 feet, and then you want to move half speed, so you'd get one more square.
Okay, so I'll do half speed here, so I don't take any damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to you as my action. I'm going to clear this square. Or wait, actually, as my action, I'm just going to take a dash. So 10, 20. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, that sounds good.
Dash there. Can I get over this wall, or is that an action?
No, that would have to be part of your movement for next round.
Okay. Because I have another 10 feet of movement, but I guess they're like there, so we can't move over.
Right.
Can I, duck down, duck behind the wall, like to get like partial cover?
Yeah, both of you guys are going to have partial cover there.
Yeah, like get like up against the wall. Okay, that's my turn.
Yeah, I mean, they would have to lean over the wall and be pointing straight down at you.
Mm-hmm.
So. Okay, that's the end of your turn. Mr. Grybek.
Alright, I'm gonna walk into the room.
Okay, so that's 10 feet to there.
Alright, and am I standing on caltrops right now?
You are. So any creature that enters the area must succeed on a 15 dexterity saving throw or stop moving. If you step in there and then are moving at half speed like Alardro did, then I will not make you make the save.
Okay, and I can,
So you have 20 feet of movement left. At half speed, you can move 10 more feet.
alright, but I could use an action if I wanted to clear the caltrops, just one space.
Yep, you could do that.
Alright, I'll do that to the space in front of me.
Okay. So that space is clear.
Okay, so I can then walk forward there, fine and dandy, right?
Yep.
And then it's gonna take the caltrops in front of me. I'd have to walk on it and then roll, right?
If you want to keep moving, unless you're moving at half speed, then you could move one more square.
Alright, I'm gonna move one more square.
Because half of 15 is 7. So. Okay. Yeah. So you're just going to move to there, and then you used your action. You have a bonus action. Is there anything you want to do with that?
No, I have nothing to do as a bonus action.
Okay. That will be the end of your turn. At 20, you see both of these creatures pop up again, ready to shoot their bows at the giant orc. Everyone who has a held action, which would be Ratul and Gok, we'll go ahead and start with Ratul. So basically, as these guys pop up to shoot, you're going to be going at the same time.
Yep, and I'm going to throw a hand axe right at the guy on the right.
Okay. Nice. Go ahead and throw that damage. Nice. Oof.
Oh wait, and then this. On the.
Okay, so this is what happens. Since all of this
Whichever.
is happening, what's the technical rule with held actions? Does it happen right before their action or at the same time simultaneously?
I think it's before they take your action, since you're triggering on some on something that's triggering your help.
Okay.
That's correct.
So as these guys stand up, they're drawing their bows back, and the instant before they let loose, you guys are attacking. As your hand axe goes flying in, the one on the right is about to shoot this arrow at you. It just hits him right in the face, and you see him just go flying backwards. With a that wasn't supposed to go there. He did not get a green dot on his face. He just flew backwards.
That's not. Oh,
What?
I was going to ask if that was provokes an opportunity to attack. He's dead.
No.
No, he's dead.
And then as that one's flying backwards, you hear a boom in front of the other goblin, and you see like the tip of his nose start to turn black, and then all of a sudden these tendrils of rot just race across his face as you see his face just implode as he falls backwards.
But he has to do a wisdom save.
Oh yeah.
He could still live. It's
He might live. And he doesn't.
No, that's
dead.
not.
And now he's dead.
Yeah, now he's dead.
Okay, and as they're dying, the arrows, fly out and do not skewer the giant orc, because that would have hurt. Oh man, that would have taken you down, buddy.
Yep, that's why I'm glad I used a held action to take out one of them quickly.
Okay.
Does
Alardro.
Tool,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
is
Sorry,
Tool happy with me because I saved him right now? I mean, from damage? No. Is he happier? with Gog? No. Okay, I'm sorry.
Good work.
So Alardro, as you step in there,
Yeah, I'm gonna step over.
you are okay. The filth on the floor, stains on the wall, shabby hides, and fire pit attest to the years of use this room has seen at the hands of creatures unconcerned with hygiene. On the eastern side of the southern wall is a crudely mortared half wall, complete with crenellations, which is what you guys have been fighting over. On the western part of that same wall, you see a door leading to the south.
You guys want to continue on?
1 second. Grybek. Hate to ask you this, but I've got caltrops sort of in the back of my thigh. Can you help about the route?
Yeah, I'd like to go ahead and try to carefully pick my way over the caltrops to the wall.
Okay. Yeah, definitely moving slowly. You don't have to make any saves or anything like that. So you guys can make your way through the caltrop room, being very careful.
I'd like to do that too, motioning Meepo to just come on.
Okay.
Be careful.
If you guys want, there's about 200 caltrops strewn across the floor that could be collected.
Yeah, let us say I'm gonna go ahead and with disgust, but because the only cloth I really have, go ahead and take one of those filthy hides and then sweep all the caltrops into a corner and then collect them.
Okay.
Oh, while we have the chance, DM, I'd like to go ahead and take the bear trap I've been holding on to and my hip and rope out,
Okay.
and I would like to try to tie them together.
Okay. What are you going to do with them?
I'm gonna make a bear trap on a rope, so I can throw it at people.
He's gonna embrace his inner Kled.
That's true. Okay. Yeah, while he's spending a few minutes, I guess it'd probably take at least a good 5 to 10 minutes or so to collect the caltrops. While he is doing that, you could definitely tie the rope that you have to the bear trap in such a way that you might be able to, I guess, activate the trap and then throw it at somebody. Try and get it to trigger and then have come over here. Get over here!
Yep.
I like it. Okay.
Since there are 8 squares, I put 8 uses of caltrops in my inventory. Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely. 200 caltrops. You now have a bear trap on a rope, and if anybody wants to look around in here, you're welcome to do that.
Go ahead and
Okay. Wait, can I get in the room?
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
DM, what would I put down for the bear trap on the rope as a type of attack? Would it be a save, or could I make an attack roll?
Is there damage to the trap?
Yes, the base damage is a D4.
strength based, Chuck.
Yeah, pretty much.
So yeah, it'd be bear trap on a rope.
You could pretty much
strength,
call that whatever you want.
forward,
And
Yeah,
then,
yeah.
yeah, I guess it would be maybe a dex save of like a 15 DC to see if they get caught in the trap.
Alright, set it up.
Okay. Investigating around, you guys find a couple of wine skins or water skins that have some vinegary wine, kind of poorly preserved water skins. You find some kind of old and putrid jerky of some kind of unrecognizable meat, and a few other worthless bits of clutter.
I'll eat the meat.
Okay. The dwarf is hungry. He's had nothing but fresh and not so fresh rat for the last many moons.
Oh, I never described this guy to you. He's a big, husky, robust dwarf. He's not a thin, muscular guy. He's a big guy. He likes to eat and drink.
Okay.
So yeah, we're pretty much opposites then. You're
Yes.
big and robust, and while I'm not skinny, I'm a bit skinnier than you, more lithe.
Skinnier. You like skinny for a dwarf, which is
Well, no, I'm not even like really like with the stats I have. I'm not even like real skinny for a dwarf. It's just I'm not as robust as our.
Gotcha.
I've got to have that negative dexterity for a reason.
Yeah.
Quick question. Would I be adding my strength to the damage of the bear trap, or is it just going to be a straight D4?
Wait, what's going on?
Just getting clarification from my bear trap on a rope.
Yeah.
For the damage, is it just going to be a straight D4, or can I add my strength modifier to it?
Yeah, no, I feel like especially with the giant, orc throwing it, there's going to be some impact there. So you'd probably take some damage from the impact, and then when the trap actually snaps shut, you're going to take damage from that too. So that's fine.
Thank you.
Everybody go ahead and roll a perception check. Perception. We're going to be wrapping it up here in the next few minutes. So.
Sorry,
Got
I
it.
got tired.
No, you're just fine.
I am on point for perception.
You are. Oh, so are you. And that's
Yeah.
going to be good as well. You hear donk going, donk going, donk going. Is the goblin sleeping?
I mean,
Oh wait, were we taking a long rest?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, checking. For some reason, I was thinking about like doing that option, but
Oh, I mean, you guys can if you want to.
I mean, it doesn't seem like it's an actual option anymore.
Well, you just took a short rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
but
realized that.
with just a short rest, I mean, we took a short rest to continue, but then with this sort of trap, I don't think it's wise for us not to take a long rest,
Right.
especially since we're now actually in goblin territory.
We could probably get. I mean, the other thing is like, add a character. It's probably at this point we'll level up, which is helpful.
Here we go. So while we're doing this. A door that's gonna be there, right? We got a door, yeah. So
Right here.
yeah. So just to make it sure that we're safe, I'll go ahead and peek out of it, like just crack it just a little.
Okay. For those of you that rolled above a 20, you definitely, it sounds like arrow shots, but it doesn't sound like the sounds of battle.
I'm gonna guess it's training then. So I'm gonna go ahead just to make sure we're safe. This door opens outwards or inwards?
That is going to open outwards and away from you.
All right, so outwards from.
I'm going to creak it open a little.
No. With everyone saying they hear arrow sounds, I'm not going. But I will go ahead and since I've cleared out the caltrops, I'm gonna say everybody, if we're gonna take a long rest, probably take it down there maybe, and then I'm gonna put caltrops up here. So if someone comes through the door, we'll hear them shout out as soon as they have the caltrops.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll fill this square right here in front of the door with caltrops.
Okay.
Then hop on down and pull up in bedroll.
Okay. So we got some caltrops there, and then you guys are going to take a long rest at this location over here, right?
We're gonna try to.
The full
At
8
least
hours.
attempt to.
The full 8-hour rest. That's a bold move.
Yeah.
So
We are bold people.
I'm going to go ahead and roll this 8 times, and we'll see what happens here.
Hey.
Okay. So, as you guys are laying down to rest, are you guys going to have a watch or anything like that?
Yeah, going to offer to take first watch.
Okay. Everybody
Did
go
we-
ahead and position yourselves where you would like to be for the rest and the
Oh, wait.
watching.
Were we gonna rest right here, or were we gonna go back where we were, and then put caltrops up to alert?
Well, I mean,
It sounded like you guys were setting up right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Kind of. Should have said that before we, kind of said to rest. But it's okay. We'll be fine.
Okay.
Okay, so that's where everybody's going to be. The resting.
Yeah.
I would have taken first watch with,
Ratul.
yeah.
I'll take second.
Alright.
I will take third. As even though I'm the healthiest out of everybody, I'm just,
You want to sleep? Alright, so as the goblin drifts off into sleep, he, this is a little bit annoying to the orc. Maybe not so much. In that first hour, Ratul, you suddenly see a crack of light as the door starts to swing open.
I grab my maul and move right here, preparing to basically smash down the first poor goblin to step into the room.
As that is said, you see a goblin start walking in the room. It looks like he's holding some kind of a tray with some kind of mostly unrecognizable food on it. As he's stepping through, he puts his foot down and steps on one of the caltrops, and you see him as he throws his hands up and throws food across the room from this tray. You are going to get that attack, sir. But we're going to go ahead and do that next week. We are going to pick up right here on the Fireside Tales. What was it that you wanted to say, Alardro?
I mean, like, I was standing the first watch as well.
Yeah.
Or taking the first watch.
So you guys definitely are both going to see this goblin coming through. It looks like he was trying to bring these goblins that were on watch duty a little snack and discovered the sleeping party. And that is going to be where we pick up in 2 weeks. Should be interesting. Sadly, that is going to interrupt the long rest for those that are sleeping.
I'm gonna have to tell you guys I'm not gonna be available in 2 weeks.
Okay.
It's gonna be one of the weeks I miss.
Okay, we'll get that figured out. For sure. For everybody watching, if you are watching, we appreciate you. If you're not watching, you should probably start watching because the story is a lot of fun and these guys are a good team to watch. So anyway, we appreciate you. Welcome to Zombie Night. It was awesome to have you with us.
Thank you very much.
I'm glad we could get you in. Sorry you kind of had to sit there through the first part of the session, but I'm glad we were able to work that in and get everything going there.
No, it was perfect.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a real good party going forward. We're going to have our illustrious monk back next time, hopefully, and we'll get all the details figured out as to what the party is going to look like in our next campaign and when that might be. But hopefully here in a couple of weeks we'll be back and we will be coming at you with some more of these Fireside Tales and maybe even make our way through the rest of this goblin section. We'll see how that goes. It might take a couple sessions to get through here, but we're making good headway. I'm glad we finally got to the goblin portion of this thing. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. From here on out, there's a lot of cool sections coming up here, so I'm looking forward to that. I hope you guys are looking forward to that too. And I guess we will see you next time on the Fireside Tales. Thanks for watching.
Good night, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Good night.